reflection ceremony will begin in 5 minutes. Please find your seats. Feel free to seat yourself in one of the many chairs down on the floor. If you are a state degree recipient, please sit in the reserved seats on the right side of the convention hall. Also, would the Alumni Council please report backstage at this time?
By thy rivers gently flowing, Illinois, Illinois, o'er thy prairies verdant growing, Illinois, Illinois, comes an echo on the breeze, rustling through the leafy trees, and its mellow tones are these. Illinois, Illinois, and its mellow tones are these. Illinois, Illinois, Grant and Logan and Artes. Illinois.
Please rise and remove your hats as the Luffer Lock VFW Post 755 from Springfield, Illinois presents the colors.
Service. What is service? According to the Webster Dictionary, service is the contribution to the welfare of others.
While all service may not look the same, all who serve work to contribute to the benefit of us all. Whether in your home, school, or community, we all know someone that dedicates themselves to the welfare of others.
When I think of service, I think of those individuals who have gone and will go as far as it takes to improve the lives of those around them. Specifically, I think of my mother. She works so hard to ensure that her kids have the best life possible, and rather than enjoying her free time, she instead chooses to serve our church, our community, our 4-H club, and our FFA chapter. The greatest thing about her servant heart is that her willingness to help people is insatiable. She's always willing to do more and to serve more.
When I hear the word service, I think of people dedicating many hours of their day to people they don't even know. Twice a year at Farmington Central High School, we host a blood drive with American Red Cross. Even though I never gave blood during the donation, it made me realize that it's not just the ones who donate the blood who are doing service. It is the nurses who donate their day for the cause. It's for the students who help make sure that the students are okay walking back to the class. It's the teachers who are in charge of this event to make sure it goes smoothly. The American Red Cross collects over 13.6 million units of red and white blood cell units that helps millions of people, not only in the United States, but across the globe. Service is lending out a helping hand for a stranger in need.
When I think of service, I always think of 2 days in March, when local schools in my area all travel to Muddy, Illinois to the bowling alley to be at the Special Olympics. Over 100 volunteers go to Roscottam Lanes to help competitors learn how to bowl and have a great time. These individuals help the competitors carry the ball when they're ready to bowl, make sure they're on the correct lane for scoring, and just to teach them the basics of the game. These individuals make sure those competitors are having the time of their lives. Many they don't even know, just out of the kindness of their hearts. This is what I believe the true meaning of service is.
For me, service is giving back to the community that has given you so much. In my hometown of Amboy, there stands a building called Teen Turf. There's students ranging from 3rd grade on to high school all come as a place to hang out or do their homework after school. For me though, I went there, like many others in Amboy, to volunteer my time to tutor these children. We wanted to see a great future for them and make sure they were well educated. For me, service is giving back to my community and educating for our future.
Service. When I think of service, I think of my great-grandpa. Even after serving in the Pacific Theater during World War II for 4 years, he didn't lose his motivation to serve others. Soon after coming home, he became the chief of our town's volunteer fire department and was an active member of the American Legion. From the big things like the daunting task of organizing the Memorial Day presentations to the little things like helping the neighbors when needed, he always went out of his way to serve others because he knew how important service was and it must never stop.
Right here with me. Please be seated.
We're gonna hang out here for a little bit and then we're gonna.
You can stay right beside me.
In July of 2016, at State President's Conference, the National FFA organization launched a new initiative centered around recognizing a group of citizens for their unbelievable service, sacrifice, and bravery. These people may not always receive the recognition that they deserve. I, of course, speak of our nation's veterans. However, there's a specific group of veterans who don't always receive the expression of gratitude that they deserve. Those individuals who served in Vietnam. Today, Illinois FFA will be participating in this initiative by recognizing 6 Vietnam veterans. Together, it is our duty to honor their sacrifice and use this as an opportunity to express our gratitude to every individual who served in this conflict. Illinois FFA, I would like to introduce you to Mr. Dave Stout and Mr. Terry Vance. Mr. Dave Stout was elected the state commander of the Illinois Veterans of Foreign Wars at its 95th State Convention in Springfield, Illinois on June 18, 2016. Dave served in the United States Air Force from July of 1965 until October of 1987, earning his eligibility to the Veterans of Foreign Wars as a ground radio operator while assigned to the 504th Tactical Air Support Group at Bain Ho Air Base in the Republic of Vietnam from May of 1968 until May of 1969. Dave joined the Alton VFW Post 1308 in 1999, becoming a life member in 2002. He is a legacy life member of the Veterans of Foreign Wars. Dave has served this organization at the post, district, and state levels for many years. In addition to the VFW, he is a member of the Air Force Association, American Legion, and Non-Commissioners Office Association. Mr. Terry W. Vance was inducted into the U.S. Army in 1966, where he was medically retired in 1969 due to combat injuries sustained in Vietnam. He was awarded the Silver Star, the nation's third highest medal for gallantry in action, the Purple Heart, the Vietnam Cross of Gallantry, the Vietnam Service Medal with 2 Bronze Stars, the Vietnam Campaign Medal, the National Defense Service Medal, Combat Infantry Badge, Good Conduct Medal, and Parachutist Badge. Terry joined the VFW in 1971 and has held national appointments, too numerous to mention, and was elected to the National Council of Administration to serve during the 2007 to 2009 term. He was appointed then as National Inspector General by the Commander-in-Chief, William Teene, for the 2013-2014 year. He was appointed as State Adjutant in 2008 and elected as State Quartermaster in 2009, positions he still holds to this day. He retired from the food service industry as President and CEO of Panama Limited Incorporated in 1991. He is a Gold Legacy Lifetime member of the Veterans of Foreign Wars, a life member of the American Legion, the Disabled American Veterans, the Military Order of the Purple Heart, AMVETS, and the Military Order of the Cootie. On behalf of the Illinois Association, FFA, and a grateful nation, I would like to present Mr. Stout and Mr. Vance with these commemorative pins to honor their service.
Illinois FFA, I'm very proud to introduce Mr. Gary Stork. Mr. Stork was drafted into the Army in June 1967 and was sent to Vietnam in June 1968 as a sergeant. He was a squad leader in the 196th Light Infantry Brigade in the Miracle Division in Chile. While in Vietnam, Gary went to school in Vietnam to learn Vietnamese and served as an advisor from January to June 1969 before being sent home to Sparta, Illinois. Gary was awarded the Bronze Star and the Combat Infantryman's Badge. Gary is a life member of Randolph County Post 2698 in Sparta and has served at the Post, District, and currently serves as the State Chief of Staff. Mr. Stork, on behalf of the Illinois Association FFA and a grateful nation, I would like to present you this with this commemorative pin to honor for your service.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Illinois FFA, it is an honor to have Mr. Robert McGallage here with us today. Robert McGallage served in the United States Army from January 1966 to January 1968, with service in Vietnam from July of 1966 to July of 1967. Bob was elected as the state commander in June 2004 at the Illinois VFW State Convention. He has served in a variety of positions at the post, district, state, and national levels. and currently serves as the Post Quartermaster of Chatham Post 4763, the state VFW emblem and supply director, and as the elected Illinois delegate to the Big Ten Conference. Bob is retired from the state of Illinois. On behalf of the entire Illinois Association FFA and a grateful nation, I would like to present to you this commemorative pin to honor your service. Thank you.
Illinois FFA, I'd like to introduce to you Robert A. Kreider. Robert A. Kreider retired as a Director of Membership at the VFW National Headquarters in Kansas City, Missouri in 2016. Prior to this appointment, he served as the Director of Member Dues Processing between 1999 and 2012 and served as the Assistant Director of Membership in 1991 and 1999. Bob served in the United States Navy from 1965 to 1969. As a hospital corpsman, he served in Southeast Asia, assigned to Fox and Echo Company, 2nd Battalion, and 4th Marines. During his service, he received the Purple Heart Medal, Combat Action Ribbon, Navy Presidential Unit Citation, Navy Meritorious Unit Commendation, Vietnam Service Medal, Republic of Vietnam Gallantry Cross with Palm Unit Citation, Republic of Vietnam Civil Action Unit Citation, and Republic of Vietnam Campaign Medal. Bob first joined the VFW in 1972 at the VFW Post 9223 in Arlington, California, and later transferred to the VFW Post 1744 in San Bernardino, California in 1979. In that post, he served 2 consecutive terms as post commander between 1986 through 1987 and 1987 through 1988. Currently, he is a Gold Legacy Life member in Post 9223 in Arlington, California. He served in a variety of positions at the district level. He distinguished himself during his term as the district commander during the 1991 through 1992 membership year, achieving All-State District Commander and All-American District Commander awards. He also served the Department of California as the area chairman for the Prisoner of War and Missing in Action Committee for the Americanism Committee, and as vice chairman for the Community Activities Committee. He was also selected to serve a term as the captain of the Department of California's Color Guard during the 1990 through 1991 year. On behalf of the Illinois Association, FFA, and a grateful nation, I would like to present you with this commemorative pin in honor of your service.
Illinois FFA, with me today, I have Don Boyer. Don Boyer was elected to the high office of State Junior Vice Commander at the 95th State Convention held June 18, 2016 in Springfield, Illinois. Don served in the United States Army from 1968 to 1976, earning his eligibility into the Veterans of Foreign Wars as a combat engineer, assigned to the 14th Combat Engineer Battalion, 18th Brigade, with service in Vietnam from 1968 to 1969. Don joined the Veterans of Foreign Wars in 2003 and is a member of the Harry E. Anderson Post 9545 in New Lenox, Illinois. Don has served in a variety of positions within the VFW. On behalf of the Illinois Association FFA and a grateful nation, I would like to present you with this commemorative pin to honor your service.
Illinois FFA. These are just a few examples of the many individuals who have risked their lives to serve this country. At this time, could we bring the house lights up and have every individual who has served in the armed forces please rise? Thank you so much. These individuals are all perfect examples of what true service is and what true service looks like. And they are perfect role models for all of us to follow.
How you serve doesn't have to be tied to a global nonprofit or any organization.
How you serve does not have to take years of your life.
Service is necessary for our community, our country, and our world.
Whether for an hour, a month, or over many years, how you serve will benefit us all.
How will you serve?
With that, we're going off stage.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir.
Everything you've done for our country.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, FFA members and advisors, parents and guests. Welcome to the 5th session of the 89th Illinois FFA State Convention. Please stand and help me in welcoming your 2016-2017 State Officer team as they present the colors. From Section 2, Ryan Reavers, and from Section 11, Brittany Twidwell.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, forever.
From Section 3, Chase Grip, and from Section 23, Reese Shelby.
Purple mountains, majesty, above the fruited plain.
From Section 16, Rebecca Nash, and from Section 20, Alex Walden.
America, God shed His grace on thee, and crowned
From Section 12, Addie Stuffelbeam, and from Section 5, Owen Mallory.
to shining sea.
From Section 18, Dalton Painter, and from Section 17, Sarah Edgar.
Oh, beautiful for His
From Section 8, Maddie Poole, and from Section 14, Grace Gerdes.
who more than self their country loved and mercy.
From Section 19, Brooke Frankel, and from Section 25, Max Albritton. From Section 15, Jason Weller, and from Section 10, Lindsay Newcomb.
And crown thy good with brotherhood.
From Section 7, Kendall Nelson, and from Section 24, Alyssa Barnes. From Section 13, Maisie Walker, and from Section 22, Joey Beertier. From Section 4, Rod Jansen, and from Section 9, Skip Riddle.
From sea to shining sea.
From Section 6, Chase Clausen. From Section 21, Claire Eggerman. And from Section 1, Daniel Hartman.
Shed His grace on thee.
And now, put your hands together and make some noise for your 2016-2017 Major State Officers. From the Indian Creek FFA chapter, your state treasurer, Cody Suddeth.
Steady hands and a clean soul. It breaks his heart seeing foreign cars filled with fuel.
From the Farmington FFA chapter, your state secretary, Corinne Hardy.
He's got the red, white, blue, blind high on the farm. Semper Fi tattoo
From the Amboy FFA chapter, your state reporter, Zach Becker. From the El Dorado FFA chapter, your state vice president, Paxton Moores. From the United FFA chapter, your state president, J.C. Campbell. And from Springfield, your state FFA advisor, Mr. Harley Hefner.
The convention hall will come to order. We are now holding this, the 5th General Session of the 89th Illinois FFA State Convention. Mr. Vice President, are all officers at their stations?
I shall call a roll of officers, determine if they're at their stations, and report back to you, Mr. President. The Sentinel.
Stationed by the door.
Your duty's there.
Through this door pass many friends of the FFA. It is my duty to see the doors open to our friends at all times and that they are welcome. I care for the meeting room and paraphernalia. I strive to keep the room comfortable and assist the President in maintaining order.
The reporter.
Stationed by the flag.
Why by the flag?
As the flag covers the United States of America, so I strive to inform the people in order that every man, woman, and child may know that the FFA is a national organization that reaches from the state of Alaska to the Virgin Islands and the state of Maine to Hawaii.
The treasurer.
Stationed by the emblem of Washington.
Your duty's there.
I keep a record of receipts and disbursements, just as Washington kept his farm accounts, carefully and accurately. I encourage thrift among the members and strive to build up our financial standings through savings and investments. George Washington was better able to serve his country because he was financially independent.
The secretary.
Stationed by the ear corn.
Your duty's there.
I keep an accurate record of all meetings and correspond with other secretaries. Wherever corn is grown and FFA members meet.
The advisor.
Here by the owl.
Why stationed by the owl?
The owl is a time-honored emblem of knowledge and wisdom. Being older than the rest of you, I'm asked to advise you from time to time as a need arises. I hope that my advice will always be based on true knowledge and ripen with wisdom. Mr. Vice President, why do you keep a plow at your station?
The plow is a symbol of labor and tillage of the soil. Without labor, neither knowledge nor wisdom can accomplish much. My duties require me to assist at all times in directing the work of our organization. I preside over meetings in the absence of our president, whose place is beneath the rising sun.
Why is the president so stationed?
The rising sun is a token of a new era in agriculture. If we may follow the leadership of our president, we shall be led out of the darkness of selfishness and into the glorious sunlight of brotherhood and cooperation. Mr. President, all officers are at their stations.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Vice President. The Secretary will call the roll of members.
I am pleased to announce at this, the 5th General Session of the 89th Illinois FFA State Convention, we have 5,250 members and guests. Mr. President.
Thank you. FFA members, why are we here? To practice brotherhood, honor agricultural opportunities and responsibilities, and to develop those qualities of leadership which an FFA member should possess. May we accomplish our purposes. I now declare this, the 5th General Session of the 89th Illinois FFA State Convention, duly open for the transaction of business or attention to any matters which may properly be presented. Good evening, FFA members, advisors, and guests, and welcome to our state convention. Before we get this session started, check out the screens above to meet this session's chair.
So let me tell you a little something about your next chair. If you have train tracks anywhere near your hometown, Cody has probably visited it. This avid rail fanner will go far out of his way to take pictures of his favorite trains.
One of my favorite things about Cody is his train obsession. Cody makes trains make sense. It really helped when JC and I went to Chicago. He was able to tell us when trains were going to leave and where they are heading right off the top of his head.
When Cody isn't thinking about trains, you can see his glowing personality. It kind of reminds me of an old man, the whole sense of get off my lawn type of attitude.
He even has the hair like one. I mean, have you seen his receding hairline? Also, Cody has random phrases that he loves to say, such as jackwagon,
Nobody move a muscle.
Sit.
Thingamajig.
Cody has some clear all-time favorite things. One of his love is for Pepsi. Whenever we go out, he always says he's gonna get water, but after some convincing with the team, he always gets Pepsi.
Cody's favorite movie is The Polar Express, mostly because of trains and Christmas. But yeah, mostly the train.
Marshmallows are his favorite food, and Minions are his favorite movie character. You should see his cubicle. It's full of them.
But in all seriousness, Cody is truly one in a minion. But on our team, he's definitely the most organized and professional. He always keeps us on track.
Choo-choo! Cody truly embodies a treasure with his ability to sort through numbers, even though math hard. Please help us in welcoming your next session chair and your 2016-2017 Illinois Association State FFA Treasurer,
Cody said it, 'cause it's something to do.
Only in America, dreaming in red, white, and blue. Only in America, where we dream as big as we want to.
Good evening, Illinois FFA members and guests, and welcome to the 5th General Session of the 89th Illinois FFA State Convention. Tonight we're going to be celebrating Flag Day, and one thing that all Americans hold near and dear to their hearts: freedom. Freedom from limits and boundaries. Shoot off some fireworks and light some sparklers as we get ready to hear the retiring address of your State Vice President Paxton Morse and witness a keynote from American Ninja Warrior Juan Doe. Start getting excited to recognize those that truly saw the promise in all of us, the recipients of the honorary State FFA degree and the major state officers' parents. Before the night is over, we will recognize those that truly went above and beyond in their record books and will be receiving the highest degree and highest award awarded, your Stars Over Illinois and the 471 state degree recipients. We're going to start off the night by hearing from some of our forefathers, the Illinois FFA alumni. But first, turn your attention to the screens above for a few remarks from our session sponsor, Beck's.
Hi, I'm Scott Beck, president of Beck's Hybrids. Beck's was started nearly 80 years ago with the promise of a new innovation called hybrid seed corn. And that promise was that farmers would have higher yields, stronger stalks, and a more uniform harvest than what they'd gotten with previous open pollinated corn. Today, our family business has grown to be the largest family-owned retail seed company in the United States. And Illinois and farmers in Illinois have led that effort by being the largest growth state for us over the past 3 years on average. At Beck's, we're driven every day to do the right things to help farmers succeed. Things like the choices that we offer farmers for greater diversity and more product choices. Things like the practical farm research that we offer, which helps farmers with the information that they need for better decision making. And in years like this year, when there's abundant rainfall, we offer a 100% replant guarantee for every acre a farmer needs to replant. Just like each dedicated and successful FFA member, our employees have many skills and abilities that help them succeed. But beyond that, our employees also possess the right attitudes and actions. Things like teamwork, integrity, innovation, adaptability, commitment, and passion. In tonight's convention session, you'll see many success stories where FFA members exhibited these same attitudes and actions. Those receiving their honorary degree, the Stars Over Illinois degree, or the over 470 members who will be receiving their state FFA degree and have shown a commitment to pursuing their career in this noble industry of agriculture. Just like the promise of hybrid seed corn nearly 80 years ago when our company started, we're looking forward to the future where you are going to be an integral part of helping us solve the challenges and finding the successes that we will need in agriculture to help feed a hungry world. Thank you and enjoy this convention.
Madam Secretary, do you have any announcements at this time?
Absolutely. Would all honorary state degree recipients please report backstage at this time? Thank you.
Thank you. One group of people that everyone can look up to are this country's founding fathers. Men like George Washington, Ben Franklin, and Thomas Jefferson all paved the way for freedom for all of us. This next group of people are no different. Many have worn this very blue jacket in the past, but that's no requirement. Like those founding fathers, the Illinois FFA Alumni's goal is to support all FFA members' goals and dreams. Here to bring remarks on behalf of the Illinois FFA alumni is Alumni President Rich DeShepper.
Good evening. The Illinois FFA alumni is again honored to be here at your 89th Illinois FFA State Convention. Just as the Illinois FFA has had a successful year under the great leadership of JC, Paxton, Zach, Corinne, and Cody, the state alumni has continued to serve the purpose of supporting and promoting the FFA at every level. And that begins at the local chapter. Again, we offered nearly $30,000 of scholarships for FFA members to attend the 212 Conference, the Illinois FFA Leadership Camp, and the Washington Leadership Camp. These funds were made possible by the record-breaking $38,000 scholarship auction, which was held in conjunction with our annual State Alumni Conference. And by the way, you are now here this evening cordially invited to attend next year's conference to be held in Champaign in January. And again, just a reminder, one does not have to have been an FFA member to be an alumni. So the invite is open to everybody. Our first state gun raffle was held this year with a huge success of raising over $7,500. And this year's Gator raffle, again, is contributing 40% of its earnings back to the local chapters. Thank you, and if you have not received a ticket yet, go back to the Gator booth and get your tickets by tomorrow at 1 o'clock, and that is when Ted Hughes will draw the Gator winner. In addition to increasing Illinois FFA alumni membership to a record-breaking 18,100 members, Illinois is the only state in the nation to have one alumni member per FFA member throughout the state. What quite an achievement that is. And we are continually increasing corporate alumni membership, and we are so grateful for their participation in our efforts and to support the Illinois FFA. This year, we are prioritizing our efforts with a close working relationship with the Illinois FFA Foundation. and that's to have local alumni assist with the local collection drives. Many chapters utilize alumni for this purpose with much success. We want to assist the foundation to continue to be able to fund so many aspects of the FFA. And also a friendly reminder, I guess this is our advertisement, but please visit the alumni supply booth in the main lobby to get your favorite wearing apparel, your cup or collectible to commemorate this convention. Let's break another record as we are on our way to surpass last year's record sales of over $33,000. So thank you. Thank you for letting us be part of your great organization, and congratulate everybody here on your accomplishments and for having the most successful and enthusiastic convention. Please contact any of us on stage or contact the state office to charter alumni or for any assistance in supporting your alumni. At this time, it is my pleasure to recognize the Illinois FFA Alumni Council. This team has a sincere passion for the national blue and the corn gold and are truly friends of the FFA. If they would stand step forward as they announce their name. Serving District 1, Mr. Rick Dukow and Mr. Dean Olson. District 2, Kenton Carley and Ron Lynch. Ron also serves as your National FFA Alumni President. District 3, Terry Brown and Sam Mateer. District 4, Angela Venata and Kyle Wright. District 5, also serving as your National FFA Alumni Regional Vice President, Ted Hughes and David White. Our past state officers serving on the council, August Sheeter, Willow Crumweedy, Renee Kissinger, and Connor Carmody. Our past president is Jim McCrae, and our treasurer, Steve Yandell, both are unable to attend this evening. Our secretary is Elliot Hasselbring. Our reporter, Kristen Falken. Our vice president, Bill Kittinger. And I'm Richie Shepard, serving as your president. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of the convention. Okay, you want me right here?
You are tossed now, come back. Mr. DeShepard and Alumni Council, thank you for all the work you do to maximize the freedom of Illinois FFA members by helping to destroy any barriers in their way. The following group of individuals truly saw the promise in all of us, just as America is known as the Promised Land. They then dedicated their time and talent to truly maximize Illinois FFA. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present to you the 2016-2017 Illinois FFA Honorary Degree recipients.
It is always a pleasure to receive honorary members into the FFA. The purpose of the ceremony is to recognize the efforts of others made on our behalf. Madam Secretary, please read the section of the Constitution that provides for honorary membership.
Honorary membership. Farmers, school superintendents, principals, members of Board of Education, chapter advisors, teachers, staff members in agricultural education, business people, and others who are helping to advance agricultural education in the FFA. and who have rendered outstanding service may be elected to honorary membership by a majority vote of the members present at any regular meeting or convention.
As reporter, I am pleased to inform you that the FFA is a national youth organization whose purpose is to develop agricultural leaders. Welcome to membership in the FFA.
Your contribution as a useful citizen in our democracy serves as an example for our members to follow. As treasurer, I welcome you to our organization.
The FFA needs counsel and guidance from recognized leaders. It is my pleasure as secretary to add your names to our roll of honorary members.
As vice president, I welcome you to the FFA. I would inform you that our members learn to appreciate the dignity of labor. Without labor, neither knowledge nor wisdom can accomplish much. I welcome you to our organization.
On behalf of every member, I wish to say we are proud to have you as honorary members. May this affiliation prove valuable to all. I impress upon you that we look to you for counsel and guidance. It is because of the great respect we have for you that you've been elected to honorary membership. May we always cooperate for the benefit of all. I now confer upon you honorary membership in the Illinois Association FFA and present you with this token of membership. Madam Secretary, will you introduce those who are to receive this award?
Mr. President, members, and guests, I am pleased to read the following names. Greg Anderson, Alumni Council. Ben Ardeman, Alumni Council and Stage Crew. Kayla Bourne, Convention Band Director. Jerry Costello, Illinois House of Representatives, 116th District, and Agricultural Education Bill Sponsor. Richard DeStrepper, Alumni Council. Rick DeShow, Alumni Council. Warren Graff, Illinois Leadership Council for Agricultural Education and National FFA Foundation. David Greffel, 25-year Foundation contributor, 30-year State Awards Day judge. Noreen Hammond, Illinois House of Representatives, 93rd District. Ann Horak, Stage Crew. Sam Atier, Alumni Council and Stage Crew. Lindsay Mitchell, Illinois Corn Growers. Don Norton, President and CEO, Illinois Agricultural Leadership Foundation and Illinois Committee for Agricultural Education. Matt Przowski, Salem FFA Advisor. Becky Roth, Illinois Leadership Council for Agricultural Education Chair. Erica Tiemann, University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign Assistant Professor, Agricultural Science Education. Bill Wagner, IACCAI President and State Dairy CDE. Dean and Doris Gates, 50-year sponsors. Please join me in one last round of applause as we celebrate these agricultural advocates for their leadership, dedication, and service to the future of agriculture education and FFA.
Freedom takes on so many meanings, and most importantly, it means we all have the freedom to dream big. Our speaker this evening has truly dreamt as big as he wanted to and maximize his freedom. Whether overcoming a wall or an obstacle on the course of American Ninja Warrior, he never let a limit or boundary stop him, and even made it to the final stage. Please welcome to this stage a true American Ninja Warrior, Juan Do.
All right, let's take this off. I'm on now.
I'm curious, by a show of hands, how many have friends that are talented, whether they're artists, athletes, maybe they're academically gifted? Okay, so it's my first year in school, and as I'm making friends, I begin to realize that all of them are amazingly talented. I mean, they could sing, dance, play a musical instrument, you name it, they could do it. Personally, for me, I was a little jelly. Why? Because all my friends could be part of the school talent show, whereas I could not. Reason being was the only thing I was good at in high school was that I could wrestle. Now, do you have any wrestlers here by a show of hands? Okay, I just want to share something that's important. Wrestling takes a lot of skill, but it's not really a talent. Here's why. You can sing in public, you can dance in public, but you can't go outside and start grabbing random people and begin wrestling them. You can, a little awkward. So after the talent show was over, I decided I needed talent, so I enrolled into acting. Anyone here ever taking acting or drama? Make some noise for me. Now, for those who've never taken a class, it's okay. I just want to share with you that it's exceptionally difficult. One day after class, the teacher sits us down. He says, guys, our next assignment is unlike anything we've ever done. It is called the Rock Star Assignment. Now, at this point in time, we're about halfway through the semester, so my confidence is at an all-time high. So I'm like, Mr. Campbell, bring it. He then says, for this assignment, you must choose a song you not normally listen to. You must choreograph a dance and then lip sync it for the entire class. In that moment, I thought to myself, OMG. What did I get myself into? I'm walking home from school. I'm thinking, there's no way I can do this. What if I embarrass myself? What if I look stupid? What if my friends make fun of me? But as I get home, I come up with this brilliant idea. I'm thinking, I don't have to do this assignment. You know why? Because I'm just going to figure out how many points it is worth. You know where I'm going with this, don't you? I'm going to skip the assignment and make up those points doing something else. So I get home, I find my syllabus, rock star assignment, 100 points. Underneath, in big, bold letters, it says you must do this assignment to pass the class. In that moment, I realized I had a difficult decision to make. Was I going to pursue my goal of learning how to act or possibly embarrass myself, have people make fun of me? Was I going to let my fears, my doubts, other people's thoughts hold me back from achieving my goal? You see, the reason why I share this story with you is because I feel that it's a lot like life. You may not want to learn how to act. Maybe for you, it's advancing to the National FFA Convention and Expo in October. Maybe for you, it's gaining a leadership position at your school, going and getting accepted to a dream college, or maybe for you, it's simply saying hello to that cute girl or guy that you've noticed at the state convention. You laugh because you know it's true. Regardless of what your goals are in life, what I want you to realize is your ability to maximize your potential and your success doesn't come down from your age, your skin color, your background, what you have or what you don't have, but rather comes down to the decisions you make in life. And with the short time that we have together, I just want to share with you one simple idea, one decision that can help you to maximize your personal freedom and your success in school, FFA, and in life. Now, before we begin, I want to be very upfront. I want you to know I'm not here as a speaker to lecture to you. Why? Because it's never fun for someone to talk at you. I mean, think about it. Have you ever got in trouble at school with your teacher? What happens? They talk to you. Get in trouble with your parents? They talk to you. Ever get in trouble with Bae? They talk at you. It's not fun. So in our time together, I want you to think of me less of a speaker, but more as a friend. You know, like a funny, cool, amazingly good-looking, and humble friend that's just here to have a conversation. But to have a conversation, you need at least how many people? Help me out. 2. So there'll be times I might be asking you questions. If it relates to you, raise your hand. There'll be times I might ask you a question, and if it relates to you, yell out an answer. Why? Because if we can have a conversation where we go back and forth, I guarantee you we'll have a lot more fun, time will fly by, and you'll take more away from our time here together. So if you're up for making this less of a lecture, but more of a conversation, do me a favor, raise your right hands like this and say, OMG. Can't believe you guys did that. Okay. So I know we have a wide, diverse range of people here. You are from different parts of Illinois, different stages in life. I know we have parents and guests here, advisors and students. And regardless of where you fall into that spectrum, I'm curious, is it fair to say that life can be stressful, yes or no? And here's the challenge. The common advice I hear is if you're having a stressful time, the key is to have a positive attitude. How many of you guys heard that advice before? Show of hands. Let me tell you something. That is the worst advice ever. Why? Because it's easier said than done. Have you ever had one of those weeks where anything that could go wrong goes wrong? It's Sunday night, you're thinking, I am so overwhelmed with everything for FFA, with school, I just need a break. So you decide to go to sleep early. You close your eyes, it's 9 o'clock, all of a sudden your eyes open. Oh my gosh, that paper, I totally forgot to do it. You pull all-nighter, you finish this paper, you go to class, you turn it in. You are so tired though. Your eyes are so heavy, you can barely keep it open. You go to your next class, teacher hands you back your test score, you absolutely bombed the test. Not only are you tired, now you're upset. You go to your next class, teacher yells out, pop quiz. For real? Oh, you're tired, you're upset. Now you're stressed out. You're sitting at lunch, talking to a friend. They see you're having a tough time, so they're like, hey, are you okay? You're like, no. They say, hey, it's gonna be okay, because all you need to do is have a positive attitude. You look back at your friend and you're thinking, all you need to do is shut up. Because that's not helping my situation right now, okay? And what I've realized is having a positive attitude, it's easier said than done. Would you agree with that, yes or no? So rather than being one of those people that talk about attitude, because you know the importance of it, the difficult part is how do you have one when times are difficult? And what I've noticed is no one ever talks about how to have a great attitude when times are tough. So I want to share with you a technique today, something that you can use in your day-to-day life anytime you're feeling overwhelmed to change your attitude. This technique is called changing the radio station. So imagine you're having a tough week. You jump in your car, you notice the radio's on. And you notice it's your favorite song. I'm curious, what are you gonna do? You turn it up. Some of you start singing, some of you start dancing, you feel good. All the stress disappears. The next song, though, is a horrible, annoying, whack song that absolutely kills the mood. I'm curious, are you gonna continue listening or are you gonna change the station? What are you gonna do? Help me out, guys, what are you gonna do? Change the station. Well, here's the thing, whether you know it or not, we all have stations up here in our heads. But oftentimes they play whack songs. Songs that sound like this. You can't do that because you're not smart enough. You can't do that because you're not popular enough. Because you're not old enough. Because you're not pretty enough. Because you're not something enough. And unfortunately, we're never taught how to change this station in our heads. You see, for me, I grew up in a family where my daddy fought in the Air Force for the Republic of Vietnam alongside the United States. When the war was over, he was forced into re-education camp for 4 years. My mom was able to break him out. We fled to the United States. Growing up, we didn't have much. We lived in what was considered one of the top 3 most dangerous cities in the entire country. But growing up, I didn't know that. All I focused on was to make my parents proud. As a high school student, everything looked great from the surface. I was a 3.7 GPA student. I was ranked top 10 in wrestling. I got accepted to go to Pepperdine University down in Malibu, California. I was prom king, all that stuff. What people didn't see, though, was that I was depressed. Why? Because my whack song was that I was never good enough. You see, for me, I struggled with math. I'm not sure if you can relate. But for me, I just did not get pre-calculus, so I went to tutoring. I went to school before it started to get help from the teacher. I stayed afterwards. But what was so frustrating for me was that when I look over to my friends, it was so easy for them, yet it was so challenging for me. I was constantly asking myself, Juan, what's wrong with you? And all of a sudden I'd hear, Boom, Juan, it's because you're not good enough. Going to the state tournament for wrestling, I lost my first match. I was on to my second match. If I win, I advance. If I lose, it's over. Third round, guy was on the top, I was on the bottom. 3 seconds left. All I need to do is stand up, break his grip, step back, I get the point. 3, 2, 1. I stand up, I break his grip. I step back, ref raises my hand. I'm running off the mat. I'm excited. All of a sudden, he yells my name. I turn around. He goes to the score table without any explanation. He comes back, takes the point away. Now we're in overtime. First person who scores wins. So we set up in the center of the mat. He blows the whistle. I step back. I shoot in. But as I shoot in, I miss. Guy gets behind me. He gets the 2 points, and he wins. As I sat there on the side of the mat, tears rolling down my cheeks, all I could think about were the moments I gave up for this opportunity. I thought about all the early mornings I went to the weight room and lifted weights before school started, all the summer wrestling camps I went to, all the weekends I gave up hanging out with friends to prepare for this moment. In the end, all I could think about was, Juan, what went wrong? All of a sudden I hear, boom, Juan, it's because you're not good enough. And I remember throughout high school, I had moments where I was thinking, if I'm never going to be good enough, why should I continue trying? And in those moments, I had suicidal thoughts. Fortunately, though, I had a caring adult, just like the adults that serve as your advisors at your chapters. And this adult helped me to realize that that wax song in my station wasn't true. You see, the reason why I bring this up is because we all have wax songs playing in our stations. I'm curious which ones are playing in yours. Is your wax song about your ability to do well in school? Or maybe it's your future after you graduate. Maybe your wax song is about the relationships in your life, or your ability to do well within FFA. You see, these songs are written by something that happened in our past. Maybe someone said something to you, maybe you had a setback, maybe you made a mistake. But that's all in the past. And what I want you to realize is that you can play a new song. Why? Because your past does not predict your future. The mistakes that you've made do not define who you are. And your setbacks in life do not determine your future success. What does? It's you making the conscious decision to change your attitude during those tough times. So here's the thing, the next time you have that negative self-talk going through your head, you have that wax song, this is how you adjust your attitude. This is how you change the station. You say, hold up, that is whack. Now some of you are sitting here in the convention center thinking, no, Juan, that was whack. And I know it's silly, but it works, and for 2 reasons. Number 1, it's so silly it makes you laugh. And when you laugh, do you feel better, yes or no? And here's the thing, when you feel better, you can think clear and make better decisions than when you're stressed out. Second reason why it works is because it's so random. It will make you temporarily forget about what is stressing you out. For example, you've ever had one of those days when you're talking to a friend and you notice out of the corner of your eye is that cute guy or girl from one of your classes. As you're talking to your friend, you can't help but notice is that your head is slowly moving over so that you can appreciate the beauty that is in front of you. Your friend's talking to you, you don't hear a single word. Has it ever happened, buddy, here? Show of hands. For those who are raising your hands, thank you for your honesty. For those who did not, you are straight liars. JK, no, not really. So here's the thing, when you say, hold up, that is whack, that's like you metaphorically changing the station in your car or changing that playlist in your head. But just like when you change a station in a car, you want to make sure you play a new song, one that you actually like. So how do you do that in real life? Simple. You say, hold up, that is whack, because the truth is, then you give yourself a reason. So I'll give you a story from my life where, as I shared earlier, I had a chance to compete on a show called American Ninja Warrior. For those who are not familiar, it's a very intense, physically demanding obstacle course race show that airs on NBC. And it has you doing crazy things like flying up 14-foot curved walls, or jumping throughout the air, grabbing on bars 10 feet above the ground. It's a week before flying down to compete, and I realized there's tons of trampolines on the show, so I should go probably practice on one, since it's been forever since I have. So what happened was I went on the trampoline, I went to this place, and as I'm jumping, I could feel myself getting nervous. So I said, well, I'll just take it slow. So as I'm jumping, I could hear these kids yelling. I look to my right. This kid's jumping 5, 10 feet off the ground, no fear. All of a sudden I hear a girl screaming to my left. I look over. This girl's doing backflips effortlessly on the trampoline. I started thinking, forget taking it slow. I need to do something really cool, really quick. Otherwise, these little kids are about to show me up. So I know there's a trampoline on the wall, so I was thinking I can run off the trampoline, kick off it, flip, land gracefully, look cool. So I have that in my mind. I'm running towards the trampoline. I kick off the trampoline, I spin around. To my surprise, the main trampoline sinks down a foot. So I fly forward, and as I fly forward, I snap my ankle. My ankle is the size of a softball. All I can think about is, Juan, you're such an idiot. How'd you hurt yourself? How did you hurt yourself? You messed up this opportunity. There's no way you can get through this. I had all these whack songs, and what I want you to realize is this. In life, regardless of the challenge you go through, there's two things you can always control. One, how you react to it. Two is what you choose to do about it. In that moment, I had so much negative self-talk in my head, I realized I had to change my attitude. I had to adjust my station. So I was like, hold up, that is whack, because the truth is, I eat problems like this for breakfast. And when I said it out loud, I was like, yeah, I do. Because in that moment, I started thinking back to different experiences in my life where I've overcome challenges. You see, I don't know you personally, but what I do know is that you've been through some challenges in your life. Is that fair to say, yes or no? You've also overcome some challenges in your life. Is that fair to say, yes or no? And what's interesting is when we're stressed out, we seem to forget about the amazing things we've done. Where all of a sudden you're getting ready for your CDE, you're so nervous, I'm not sure if I'm prepared enough. You go to that interview, you're running a little late. Oh my gosh, what if they don't hire me because I was running late? We have this negative self-talk and we focus on the problem and we forget about the amazing things we do. So I know this sounds and looks silly, but the reason why this works is when you say, hold up, that is whack, it makes you laugh so you can take a mental step back, go into your long-term memory, and remind yourself of the amazing things that you've done. And to draw on those experiences to think about how you can deal with the present day scenario. It's not about positive thinking, it's just you reflecting on real life experiences. Does that make sense? Yes or no? This is the interactive part. Yes or no? Now here's the thing, some of you are like, okay. Now what's important is this, you gotta keep giving yourself reminders of why that negative self-talk isn't true. Why? Because if you're listening to a wax song, like a Justin Bieber song, if you change the station one time, the song will still be stuck in your head. Is it too late now to say sorry? 'Cause I'm missing more than just your body. Don't pretend like you don't know the lyrics. So back to my story, I snapped my ankle. I realized I had to keep changing my station. So I was like, hold up, that is whack, because the truth is, I will handle this. Hold up, that is whack, because the truth is, the bigger the setback, the bigger the comeback. And here's the thing, I started reminding myself of all these different experiences. I was thinking, dude, I've been through far worse than this. Far worse injuries, far worse physical, mental, and emotional challenges than this hurt ankle. I can make it through. So all of a sudden, from that state of mind, because I reminded myself of all those experiences I've overcome, I said, I'm gonna still compete on American Ninja Warrior. 4 days leading up to competition, we did 4 hours of therapy every single day. Cool laser therapy, acupuncture, you name it. By the time I got in the show, I was able to walk. I ran the course, I made it to the city finals, which then aired on national television. Now, the reason why I share this with you is not to impress you, but to impress upon you that this technique works. And rather than just talking about it, I want to give you a chance to try it out for yourself. So right now, I want you to think about, what is that wax song playing in your station as you sit here at the state convention? What's that negative self-talk you have going through your head? Now I want you to repeat after me. Hold up. That is whack. Man, that effort was whack. Come on now. I've attended a couple general sessions. I see how excited you guys get. That was like 50% effort. I mean, is it fair to say that you did not give it a level 10 or 100% effort as a group, yes or no? Yeah. Important follow-up question, why not? Some of you are like, Juan, I'm tired. Juan, I wasn't ready. Juan, I came here to make friends, not lose friends. Regardless of your reason, I'm sure it's valid and true. But what I've realized in traveling across North America, speaking with elementary school kids to grown adults, is that the reason why people don't give it all their effort is because of that whack song playing in their station. And what I want to share with you is, unfortunately in life, we're always going to be judged. What is fortunate, though, is you have the ability to let go of those people's thoughts. The difficult part is kind of like the advice of having a positive attitude. Not caring what other people think is easier said than done. So what's helped me to get over that? It's about flexing that muscle called courage. What do I mean is that in life, everything you want, having a leadership role in FFA, doing well with your CDE, getting into your dream college, asking that person out that you really like, everything that's important to you is going to be right outside of your comfort zone, of your comfort cocoon. And the thing is, every time you think about it, it's going to scare you. As you do it, it's going to be scary, and after you do it, it's going to be scary. But the more times you do that thing, it's like the more repetitions you do, the stronger that muscle gets and the lighter that weight gets. So I'm going to give you a second chance, but my challenge to you is you have to be willing to give it a level 10 effort. Are you guys up for that challenge? Yes or no? I said, are you up for that challenge? Yes or no? So to get the full effect of the technique, step one, without talking, everybody go ahead and stand up. Step two, you must include the hand motion. This is critical for this to work. Bonus step, extra credit, go and insert a little attitude. And some of you know what I'm talking about, okay? Now some of you are like, oh, I did not come here to do this. Especially the parents like, what? I just came here to support my kid. But here's the thing, is I know it can sound silly, but I want to encourage you to try it out. I know it may silly, but try it out to see if you feel better. If you feel better, you can use it every day for the rest of your life. If after trying out you notice, this doesn't work, you don't want to ever do it again. But the only reason or only way you know if it works if you're willing to give it a try. Is that fair to say, yes or no? Now, if you're nervous that people will stare at you, don't worry, just stare at the ceiling because no one will stare back. What's going to happen is I'm going to clap my hands, you're going to clap with me. You're going to bring up the energy in the convention center. I want everybody in Springfield to know that Illinois FFA is in the house. Are you guys ready? I said, are you ready? Clap it up. 1, 2, 3. Hold up. That is whack. Because the truth is, I am the bomb. Hold up. That is whack. Because the truth is, I eat problems for breakfast. Man, I said, hold up. That is whack. Because the truth is, the bigger the setback, the bigger the comeback. Give the person next to you a high five and have a seat. If you can hear me, clap once. Hear me clap twice. Quick question. Did that feel a little silly, yes or no? With that being said, do you feel a little better? More relaxed, more energy, better overall mood than you did before we did that, yes or no? Here's my thing. I know it's silly, but it works. And personally, I'd rather feel a little silly and then feel like, wow, I feel much more relaxed. I feel more confident that I can handle this challenge in front of me. Rather than be like, oh man, I'm too cool for this. In allowing the negative thoughts to hold us prisoners to what we're capable of. So the next time you feel overwhelmed, when you want to have that personal liberation, that freedom from self-doubt, change the station. If you have a fellow member or friend having a difficult day at school, help them to change their station. Advisors and parents, if all of a sudden your child or student gives you a hard time, some lame excuse, you're like, hold up, that is whack. It's universal, can be used many different ways. Now, as our time winds down, I realized I never finished the story at the very beginning. Remember the one with the rock star assignment? Would you guys like to know what happened? Okay. So before I share with you what happened in the story, I want to do two things. Number one is the reason why I do what I do is not because I enjoy speaking on stage. The reason why I do what I want to do is because I want you guys to know that there's someone out there that genuinely cares. Someone that's willing to help with no strings attached. So if there's any way I can be a support to you, feel free to stay in contact with me at thatiswhack.com. For real, thatiswhack.com. That's also my social media. Wherever I go, I like to give a little shout out. So let me take a quick moment, do a quick video so I can put it up on Snapchat for us. How's it going? Juan Doe here at Illinois FFA State Convention with a record of over 5,000 members, advisors, and guests. I want to take a moment to give a shout out for all the amazing things that they're doing in their schools, community, and around the world. Everyone, make some noise. Awesome. I'll post that in a moment. In addition, I'm going to be outside after my keynote and after general session. I'm right next to the registration table. I brought American Ninja Warrior postcards. If you want, you can grab one, come by, say hello, give me a high five or a hug, whatever floats your boat. Also, we brought a couple of these. We don't have a lot, but we have a limited amount of That Is Whack t-shirts and copies of my book. If you'd like to purchase one, great. If not, totally cool. Just come by, grab a free postcard, and say hello. Now, last thing I want to share before I share the story is there's a couple groups of people here I want to acknowledge for all the amazing things they do. The first group is a group of people that put so much time and energy to help you guys to succeed, not only in school, but in life. These are individuals that don't get enough the credit for they deserve. So if we could have all the chapter advisors stand up so we can recognize, clap our hands, and give you the love that you deserve. Lastly, this group of individuals, they have a huge heart. And because of them, we're able to do an amazing thing like this, to have the state convention events throughout the year. These people work so hard and so endlessly, and sometimes you don't see them because they're always behind the scenes. But I like to acknowledge the Illinois FFA staff, people to help with the conference and registration. If we could clap our hands, make some noise, and show them the love that they deserve. All right, so what happened with the assignment? After debating back and forth, should I do it, should I not, I said, you know what? I need to do it. One, because I don't want to fail this class. But number two is I don't want to let fear imprison me. I didn't want to be a hypocrite and tell other people to not say, don't let fear hold you back from achieving what you want. So I decided to do the assignment. I decided if I'm going to do it, I'm going to go all out. So the random song that I chose was Hey Mickey. You guys know that song from Pitch Perfect? Hey Mickey, you're so fine, you blow my mind. Hey Mickey. Hey Mickey. So I called my friend Janine, who's a cheerleader at our school. I said, Janine, random question. I was wondering, can I borrow your cheerleading outfit? She said, Juan, I'll let you borrow my outfit as long as you promise me you will not stretch it out. Janine, I promise. it's about to get turned up. Before I know it, I'm getting ready for the assignment. Teacher says to me, Juan, are you ready? I said, Mr. Camby, I'm ready as ever I will be. But hold on, I forgot something. So, after I did this, I was thinking, did I actually just do that? But as I reflect back, I'm really glad I did it, and for two reasons. Number one is that I was so scared to think, what will people think about me if I wear a wig and a skirt? And the benefit that came from it is that I learned how to be free from other people's thoughts. You see, oftentimes we live in a world where it's so easy to feel self-confidence to be our true selves, of being judged in how we talk, how we look, how we dress. And for me, that was overcoming an obstacle, a negative self-talk, a wax song in my head. What I realized after doing it, people came up to me and said, Juan, I commend you for that. That takes so much courage. And what I've realized is that when we feel comfortable in being our true self, when we're free from other people's thoughts, from our doubts, is what happens is that people acknowledge and they see that. And when we're willing to be comfortable and confident in our own skin and who we are, is that we give other people the opportunity to be free and comfortable and confident to be who they are. My hope is that as our time ends, you realize that your ability to maximize your potential, to maximize your personal freedom, your ability to succeed in school, FFA, and in life doesn't come down to your age, your background, what you have, what you don't have. But it comes down to the decision to change your attitude when times are tough. Because you can't control everything in life, but what you can control are two things: how you react to it and what you choose to do about it. So my friends, as we leave here, my hope is that you remember in your head, if you're going through a tough time, you can change your station simply by saying, help me out, hold up, that is whack. Thank you so much, Illinois FFA, all the best, take care.
Juan, thank you for sharing your story and passion with us tonight. You have truly inspired us to always maximize our freedom. Please accept this token of our appreciation. Illinois FFA members and guests, Juan Doe. Madam Secretary, do you have any announcements at this time?
Yes, I do. Would all stars over Illinois candidates and Discovery stars, parents, and advisors please report backstage at this time? Also, will all the teachers from Marissa, Midland, and Prairie Central please report to the VIP room tonight? Thank you.
Thanks, Corinne. No dance can go on without a song to dance to. And a better song needs a great singer too. Tonight with us, we'll have someone that'll get us all moving and grooving. Please help me welcome to the stage, Katarina Blakesley.
Before I sing, I'd just like to give a quick shout out to Section 17. Thank you so much for the past amazing years, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. Thank you.
Stars are next. Oh, joy.
You know a dream is like a river, ever changing as it flows. And a dream is just a vessel that must follow where it goes. Trying to learn from what's behind him, never knowing what's in store. Makes each day a constant battle just to stay between the shores. And I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry, like a bird upon the wind. These waters are my sky, I'll never reach my destination. If I never try, I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry. Too many times we stand aside and let the water slip away. What we put off till tomorrow has now become today. Don't you sit upon the shoreline and say you're satisfied. Just choose to chance the rapids and dare to dance the tide. And I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry, like a bird upon the wind. These waters are my sky, I'll never reach my destination. If I never try, I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry. And there's bound to be rough waters, and I know I'll take some falls. But with the good Lord as my captain, I can make it through them all. And I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry, like a bird upon the wind. These waters are my sky, I'll never reach my destination. If I never try, I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry. Sail my vessel till the river runs dry. Thank you very much.
Let's give Katarina one more round of applause for that amazing performance tonight. This next group of individuals won't just have to wonder about the stars they could have been. They have spent countless hours on their supervised agriculture experience, from working on a farm, mowing lawns, working in a lab, and even dedicating their time and service to others. These FFA members have excelled in learning about their sector of the agriculture industry, whatever it may be. Before we recognize our Star Discovery members and our district stars in agri-science, ag placement, ag business, and star farmers, please help me in welcoming the Director of the Illinois Department of Agriculture, Raymond Poe, to the podium to bring remarks and help us award these outstanding members.
Hi, my name is Bobby Worden. I am the 2017 District 3 Star Discovery Placement Award winner. I am from Edwardsville, Illinois, the Lincoln Middle School FFA chapter. I am the son of Rob and Nancy Worden, and my ag advisor is Mr. Mark McCown. My SAE began my 8th grade year when I was hired by my dad to work on our family farm in Prairietown, Illinois. I am the 5th generation to live and work on this farm. We raise corn, soybeans, wheat, hay, hogs, cattle, sheep, and goats. My responsibilities in my swine placement SAE include feeding and watering the sows and growing hogs every day, sorting and helping with medical procedures as the need arises. My grain placement SAE involves me helping prepare machinery for harvest, hauling the grain to the local elevator, and helping load grain bins and semi-trailers. My oil crop placement SAE is very similar to my grain placement SAE, except it involves soybeans instead of corn. All of my SAEs have been a great chance to learn more about how plants and animals grow. My SAEs have also taught me the value of hard work. I now have an appreciation for how my dad and other family members have kept the farm and my family throughout the years. I plan to go into high school and continue my FFA career as I progress through school.
Hi, my name is Renee Gerke. I'm the 2017 Star Discovery Farmer State Proficiency Award winner. I am from Byron, Illinois. My parents are Jason and Kathy Gerke of Byron, Illinois. My ag teacher and FFA advisors are Caitlin Dye and Eric Turkestad. For my SAE, I breed, raise, and show my own purebred Angus and commercial beef cattle. I show at my county fair, the Section 2 FFA fair, and the Northern Illinois Angus Association show. Through the Byron FFA, I participate in livestock judging, meat evaluation, food science, and dairy foods career development events. In the future, I hope to expand my herd of cattle and be an officer in the FFA. Thank you to my parents and to my FFA advisors for supporting me in my project.
Hi, my name is Stephen Gray, and I'm the 2017 District 2 Star Agri-Science winner from the Clifton Central FFA chapter. I'm the son of Stephen and Patricia Gray of Ashcombe, Illinois, and my FFA advisors are Bill Bretzman and Brett Sorensen. Over the course of 3 years, I maintained 4 main enterprises within my SE record book. Relating to agri-science, I maintained a placement enterprise working for Gray Research Production, which is a plant research facility located in Ashcombe, Illinois. While working for Gray Research Production, I learned how to maintain a nursery from planting through harvest. I also learned about various corn breeding techniques which one can use while working to produce a hybrid. Later in 2014, I took the experience which I had gained at Gray Research Production and began my own corn research project, where I focused on producing a 90-day corn hybrid for northern growing climates. While focusing on many research aspects, I was also able to gain experience in crop and livestock production by managing 15 acres of soybean production and turkey production, where I focused on raising 45 turkeys for market each year. Overall, by maintaining an SE record book, I was able to better understand the many aspects of the field of agriculture.
my name is Abby Thompson, and I'm the 2017 Star in Agri-Science Award winner. I'm from the Southeastern High School in Augusta, Illinois. My parents are Mark and Lori Thompson, and my ag teacher and FFA advisor is Brian Chillian. I started my Agri-Science SAE project my freshman year of high school. My first science project was based on converting biomass to biogas. I used different combinations of manure, fruit peels, and vegetable peels, and water bottles to measure the amount of methane produced. My second project was based on measuring the amount of light pollution and how light glow affects wildlife and crop production. I took pictures in 4 different locations near my hometown and calculated the amount of light-colored pixels shown in each picture. From there, I recorded how different variations of light pollution change the quality of life of livestock and crops. My final year SAE researched how duckweed decreased nitrates and increased dissolved oxygen in local runoff water. I used real runoff water from 4 local farms and then grew duckweed in the containers. In all, my SAE has taught me discipline, a new understanding of scientific concepts, and the importance of record book keeping.
Hi, my name is Maddie Fugate, and I am the 2017 Star Agri-Science Award winner. I am from the Muhammad Seymour FFA chapter and am the daughter of Eric and Julie Fugate. My ag teacher and FFA advisor is Miss Jennifer Worley. I'm a 7th generation farmer and have been involved in the swine industry for 15 years now. In 2013, the swine industry was hit with a devastating disease called PEDV, or porcine epidemic diarrhea virus. This disease killed nearly 3 million pigs. It was at this time that I knew I wanted to do something to stop the transmission of this deadly disease. In my first year of research, I tried to reduce the transmission of PEDV on truck tires with water, disinfectant, and a combination of both. This then led me into my second year of research, where I distributed a 25-question survey to see if biosecurity protocols had changed before, after, or during the epidemic. Finally, during my junior year, I tested the pathogen levels on clean and dirty sites of swine farms with differing biosecurity protocols. I have been able to learn a great deal about science and the scientific method. I look forward to continuing my research in college, as well as pursuing a career in the science field.
Hi, my name is Garrett Williams, and I'm the District 5 Star in Agri-Science. I am the son of Daniel and Tammy Williams of Noble, Illinois, and my advisors are Mr. Ethan Kaiser and Mr. Doug Slavely of the Floor FFA. In my SAE, I completed 4 years of plant systems research. I began my research by testing the effectiveness of Roundup mixed with 3 different waters with varying pH levels. This research was devoted toward the betterment of broadleaf weed control on my family Centennial farm. The next project, which I completed, focused on researching the effects of plant growth regulators and inoculants on corn and small grains. The following year, I completed a project in which I looked at the benefits of using sugar with and without the aid of 3-18-18 on soybeans. My current ongoing project involves researching adjuvant, micro, and macronutrient combinations and their applications on soybeans. Each of the 3 previous research ideas were developed to enhance production techniques for farmers. My SAE also includes Weed Warriors, which was sponsored by Growmark. This project was aimed toward proper identification and control of broadleaf weed palm amaranth. I have completed the Growmark Weed Warriors project the past 2 years and look to further that as a career opportunity.
Ladies and gentlemen, this year's State Star in Agri-Science is Maddie Fugate from the Muhammad Seymour FFA chapter.
I'm Cassie Groper, and I'm 2017 District 1 Star Ag Placement winner. I'm from the Williamsfield FFA chapter. I'm the daughter of Russell and Teresa Groper of Williamsfield, Illinois. My FFA advisor and ag teacher is Kent Rigg. For my SAE, I've been working on my family farm raising black Angus cattle for the past few years. My responsibilities include everything from building fence to tending to a newborn calf. The farm has been my life day in and day out. It has taught me more knowledge and wisdom than I could possibly imagine. This SAE has molded me into the person I have become today, and I could not be more thankful.
Hi, my name is Dalton Lemonager, and I am the 2017 District 2 Star in Ag Placement. I am from the Clifton Central FFA chapter, and I am the son of Bob Lemonager and Tina Bachman of Clifton, Illinois. My ag teachers and advisors are Mr. Bill Bressman and Mr. Brett Sorensen. For my SAE, I work for Lemonager Cattle, a cow-calf operation that emphasizes producing high-quality Angus and Simmental genetics. While working for Lemonager Cattle, I take on many responsibilities, such as breaking sale calves, touring potential customers during the annual production sale, fitting cattle at shows, as well as vaccinating and medicating cows and calves. I also keep an SAE working for Lemonager Farms, where they produce corn and soybeans. In the spring months, I help tender the corn and soybean planters and fix tile holes. As the summer sets in, I assist with post-emergence herbicide, fungicide, insecticide, and Y-drop nitrogen applications across the corn and soybean acres. In the fall, I can drive the auger cart, combine, or strip tillage bar. In addition to my placement SAEs, I also own a 30-head Angus and Simmental cow-calf enterprise that highlights selling high-quality genetics to be shown on all levels successfully and then put into production. These experiences have allowed me to expand my knowledge about production agriculture and reassure me that I am pursuing the correct industry for my future.
Hi, my name is Devin Guess. I am the District 3 Star Ag Placement Award winner. I am from the Farmington FFA chapter. I'm the son of Patrick Guess from Trivoli, Illinois. My ag teachers and FFA advisors are Mr. Jacob Meisner and Mrs. Jessica Bogniak. In my SAE, I work as an assistant herd manager at CCNE Farms in Elmwood, Illinois. There I assist in developing feed ration, selecting herd sires, replacement heifers, and cool cows, as well as managing the vaccination program. Throughout my record book experience, I have gained many valuable skills needed to effectively operate a commercial beef farm. After graduation, I plan to remain at CCNE Farms, where I will assist in growing the operation.
Hi, my name is Skylar Snow, and I'm the 2017 Star Placement State Proficiency Award winner. I am from the Greenville FFA chapter. I am the son of Scott and Tola Snow. My advisor is Steve Zimmerman. Starting in 2014, I had the opportunity to work for Steve's Landscaping. That summer I learned how to lay block correctly, plant flowers, trees, and different types of bushes. I also moved dirt, hauled rock, moved blocks, and sometimes pulled up old landscaping that was in the way. In 2015, I had the opportunity to start at Lashway Dairy, and this job opened up many new experiences for me for my record book. I began with working with calves, including making sure they were fed every day and that they were healthy and happy with their environment. Also that summer I had the opportunity to add turf management to my record book. I mowed 3 different size yards. Those I mowed for supplied all the equipment that was needed to complete the job. This taught me responsibility to show up on time and complete the job I was given. This taught me hard work and the value of $1. As 2016 year began to pull around, I put all my focus on the dairy farm and more responsibilities working there. This included caring for calves, baling hay, cleaning barns, and making repairs. In the fall, I helped chop silage and tubing bales. For the winter, bedding barns and working with calves. The main thing the dairy farm has taught me is that the dairy farm is just a big family, and as more people come into their dairy farm, the bigger the family gets.
Hi, my name is William Cole. I'm the 2017 District 5 Star in Ag Placement. I am the son of Scott Cole and Janice Schraube. My FFA advisor is Rick Harley. For my SAE, I work on 2 different beef production farms. One is my dad's and the other is Putcher Farms. On both beef operations, I work in production of raising and marketing feeder steers. Some of the jobs I do include making feed rations, feeding, vaccinating, and dehorning cattle, hauling cattle, spread manure, insert implants, build and fix fences, and assist with cattle selection for keeping or culling. During my SAE, I've learned a great deal about cattle management systems, and someday I hope to own my own beef operation.
Ladies and gentlemen, this year's State Star in Agricultural Placement is Devin McGinnis from the Farmington FFA chapter.
Hi, my name is Elena Halverson, and I'm the 2017 Star in Agribusiness. I am from the Hinkley-Big-Rock FFA chapter. My parents are Don and Kim Halverson of DeKalb, Illinois, and my FFA advisor and ag teacher is Tracy Sanderson. My SAE includes my seal coating business as well as showing pigs and sheep. In my seal coating business, I keep financial records, obtain customer relationships, maintain equipment, applicate products I have sold, and for my livestock book, I find a way to expand my knowledge in the field of agriculture as well as being able to interact with others my age throughout the state of Illinois. Obtaining a record book SAE on these projects has helped me expand my knowledge in business and my agricultural knowledge involving livestock.
Hi, I'm Caitlin Roberts. I'm the Star Agribusiness Proficiency Award winner. I'm the daughter of Sam and Carolyn Roberts of Liberty, Illinois, and my FFA advisor is Mr. Steve Bike. My business record books include lawn mowing and rabbit operations. I work throughout the summer mowing grass and showing rabbits at local shows. There's never a dull moment operating these businesses. They have taught me a lot, and these record books have taught me so many life lessons that will help me advance in the future.
Hi, my name is Claire Smith, and I am the District 4 Star in Agribusiness. I am from the St. Joseph Ogden FFA chapter. My parents are Greg and Stacy Smith of St. Joseph, Illinois, and my FFA advisor and teacher is Mrs. Katie Dutzman. For my SAE, I use a variety of sources to inform the public what my chapter is up to. I send out weekly newsletters that include results from CDEs, information about upcoming events, the weekly calendar, and a photo. I send these newsletters to our members, parents, alumni, supporters, and administration. I also maintain social media sites with pictures and information. On top of this, I operate a mowing business where I mow 3 yards each week. My SAE has been a great learning experience, and I plan to continue to build the skills I have learned with my career.
Hi, my name is Logan Lovercamp. I am one of your 2017 Star in Agribusiness finalists. I am from the Massac County FFA chapter. I am the son of Lynn and Robin Lovercamp from Metropolis, Illinois. My ag teachers and FFA advisors are Mr. Cody Smith and Ms. Jenny Burton. For my SAE, I own and operate my own independent soil testing business called Lovercamp Soil Testings. In this business, I take samples, compile results, and bring the results back to the customer in an easy-to-read format. After being in business for over 5 years, I now sample over 2,000 acres annually building a reputation of quality service and quick turnaround times for results to the customers. With my future career taking me back to the family farm after college, this project has not only given me better financial standing and in-depth knowledge of soil nutrients, but also the leadership skills required in today's world, allowing me to grow my potential.
Ladies and gentlemen, this year's State Star in Agribusiness is Logan Lovercamp from the Massac County FFA chapter.
Hi, my name's Nicholas Close, and I'm the District 1 Star Farmer of Illinois. I'm from the Mercer County FFA chapter, and my advisors are Mr. Chauncey and Mr. Hart. I am the son of Greg and Brenda Close of Reynolds, Illinois. For the last 3 years, I've been raising both corn and soybeans for my FFA project. I've been fortunate to expand my farming operation from 55 to 112 acres. While managing my crops, I've learned a lot about business, finance, and agronomy. I look forward to learning even more about agriculture this fall at the University of Illinois. I'm certain I want to continue my career as a grain farmer, and I feel very honored to receive this award.
Hi, my name is Austin Brockman, and I am the District 2 Sheep Proficiency Award winner. I am from Section 6, and my chapter is Belvedere FFA. I am the son of Gary and Vicki Brockman. My FFA advisor is Paul Woodhelm. For my SAE, I have 38 registered sheep, which include 20 Oxfords and 10 Shropshires on 8 acres of land. Over the years, I've improved my breeding stock and focused on raising top quality sheep. I strive to raise healthy and productive animals. I gained hands-on experience and developed my agricultural skills. My SAE has been a great learning program which prepared me to transition to the world of college and career opportunities. Overall, my SAE has taught me a lot of responsibility in caring for my animals and also taking records.
Hello, my name is Brandon Stickler, and I'm from Pleasant Plains, Illinois. I'm the 2017 Star Farmer. My parents are Amy and Michael Stickler. My FFA and ag teachers are Melissa Stone and Aaron Gilbreth. While in FFA, my SAE has consisted of raising, showing, and selling purebred show pigs. I have had the opportunity to show at national competitions throughout the United States. As my herd of sows has grown, I have been able to sell show pigs to other families and boar studs. Being involved in this industry has taught me many life skills. For example, strong work ethic, record keeping, sales and marketing, and communication has been a great learning experience and will help me provide money for college.
Hi, my name is Reed Jostis, and I'm the 2017 Star Farmer candidate. I'm from the Morel Forsyth FFA chapter, and my advisor's name is Mrs. Cassie Crouch. My parents are Josh and Heidi Jostis. In my first year of poultry record books, I had a small flock of show chickens and meat turkeys. From that first year, my books have grown to include a 5-division enterprise, including a hatchery, meat chickens, meat turkeys, and my show birds. I've also grown from that first year to include my involvement in the Illinois meat goat producers and producing my own show animals. I have worked to minimize my inputs and maximize my efficiency to overall improve my record book and improve my bottom line.
Hi, my name is Mallory Newberry. I am the 2017 District 5 Star Farmer. I am from the Cesar-Valier FFA chapter. I am the daughter of Tom and Jennifer Newberry. My FFA advisor and ag teacher is Mr. Aaron Williams. I began my SAE my freshman year with animals that had previously been gifted to me when I started 4-H. My goal with my swine enterprise was to raise and sell quality feeder pigs to local producers and other FFA and 4-H members to show. Likewise, with my beef enterprise, I targeted selling feeder calves and replacement heifers in the same fashion. With both projects, it was important to me to continually increase my inventory and still maintain a high enough level of cash flow to support all operations within the enterprise without utilizing outside sources of income. I started my SAEs with 1 sow, 2 red gilts, 4 mature cows, 4 heifers, and 4 steers. Since then, I have grown my cattle operation to 10 mature cows, and this year I have 4 heifers and 4 steers. With my hogs, I now have 5 sows and marketed over 150 head. Through my SAE, I have learned great responsibility, discipline, and managerial skills. I plan to further on my SAE long after I am finished and grow livestock, sell, and market all of my animals.
Ladies and gentlemen, this year's State Star Farmer is Austin Brockman from the Belvedere FFA chapter.
Thank you, and I'm going to bring you some greetings for the Illinois Department of Agriculture. And I want to say we got some bright young students, and not only a lot of work on their parents' part, the advisors, and I think that all the regions ought to be proud of what we're doing. It was my honor to present this year's Star Awards. And you know, the awards is not just a resume builder. It's a sign of your accomplishment, your hard work, and commitment to Illinois agriculture. Those in attendance today will one day inherit a multi-billion-dollar industry, the crown jewel of the state's economy. I'm proud of agriculture, and I love agriculture. To share the story tonight, I want to encourage the same for each one of you FFAers out there. Get out there and tell our story and how valuable we are to the state of Illinois and to the nation. Explain to your non-ag friends what you and your family help support the food supply for the world. Everyone has to eat, everyone wears clothes, everyone breathes the same clean air, yet some reason non-ag folks think agriculture is corn, beans, hog, and cattle. There's a lot more to do. We need engineers, veterinaries, teachers, technology majors, policy majors, and there's a wealth of possibilities out there. I think something that's come to our attention in the last few weeks is there will be 58,000 jobs opening in the ag community within the next 5 years. That's the good story. The bad part of that story is we're going to be only training 35,000. So you can say there's be 22,000 jobs instead of go unfilled. And ag jobs, the skilled jobs, are what we're looking for. I've been involved in agriculture all my life. I heard them talking about 5th generation, my grandchildren 6th generation, and I'm sure they'll be on the farm, and we're all quite proud of that. Agriculture allows us to feed and clothe the world. It takes pride and great responsibility. You are the future of the next farmers, agribusiness owners, and CEOs. Someone in this crowd one day will be responsible for eradicating disease that threatens our food supply. Someone in the crowd may one day be responsible for drafting legislation that strengthens our ability to export Illinois commodities and Illinois products in foreign countries. Don't take that too light about doing that legislation. I grew up in FFA, 4-H. I ended up in the legislature for 21 years before I went to the Department of Ag. And we can, as Ag people, shape the future. And someone in the crowd one day will be the next director of the Illinois Department of Agriculture. I hope not in the next year or so. So congratulations to everybody in the room tonight. It's an effort on all of our parts, and you are the future of agriculture. And what we can emphasize tonight is make sure and go out and tell the story how big agriculture is. 24.5% of the economy of Illinois revolves around agriculture, and that's a great story to tell. And we've got to keep doing that so they know our importance. Thank you.
Thank you, Director Poe. FFA members and guests, it is my honor to present to you the 2017 Stars over Illinois. Let's congratulate them on a job well done.
Your state star in agri-science, Maddie Fugate from the Mahomet Seymour FFA chapter. Your state star in agricultural placement, Devin McGinnis from the Farmington FFA chapter. Your state star in agribusiness, the Logan Lovercamp from the Massac County FFA chapter. And your state star farmer, Austin Brockman from the Belvedere FFA chapter.
Director Poe, please accept this as a token of our appreciation for being here today and sharing your advice with our stars over Illinois. Unlike the remainder of my teammates, I can truly appreciate good music when I hear it. Songs like Only in America, God Bless the USA, and Courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue. Whenever we have downtime or working in the office, you can always find me jamming out to my favorite tunes. Tonight we have a group with us that too will play some good music that we can all jam out to. The 2017 State FFA Band.
Paxton and I have always been great friends and even family. When he was elected last year, I thought I would never be prouder. That held true until I watched him succeed this past year as a state officer. His accomplishments made throughout his years in the FFA are truly outstanding, and I would like to thank you for giving him the opportunity to make them.
Since Paxton's freshman year, I knew that he would excel in the FFA. I remember this funny and kind student sitting in the back row of my 6th-hour geometry class. He had a natural passion for helping others and a drive to serve, not so much in his math ability. I still remember recruiting him for the Parley Pro team and telling him how much fun it was. Since then, he's always set high goals for himself. I remember one year during FFA week, I brought my jacket, which had my American degree and chain on it. He kept saying, "One day I will have a chain for myself." It was not just a few years later that he was elected to serve as your Illinois FFA State Vice President and earned a chain for himself.
Over the years in FFA, Paxton and I have had a relationship which has grown and changed. From classmates to friends, from friends to best friends, and from best friends to even stepbrothers. It has been an honor to let him be borrowed for a year, and I cannot wait to have him back this next fall in Carbondale as my roommate.
And now it is our pleasure to introduce to you
your 2016-2017 Illinois State Vice President, Paxton Morris.
Like I said, my goal is to prepare to win. My goal is to prepare to be the best quarterback that I can be.
First and 10, Brady back to throw, has protection. Gonna go long. He's open, he's got it, touchdown. Tom Brady.
Can you believe Tom Brady? He has 5 Super Bowl championships, 4 Super Bowl MVPs, and he has been selected to the Pro Bowl 12 times, which is a record. A lot of people around the world look at Tom Brady as a role model or think, if only I were him with his perfect life. Even though many of us don't know Tom Brady personally, we assume that everything in his life was planned the way that it was and nothing went wrong. Some people might even say, if only I were Tom Brady. But then I ask the question, why? Some of the most famous people have faced far from perfect circumstances to get where they are today. For example, did you know that Tom Brady was selected in the 6th round at the 199th overall pick? Let's take a look at another NFL player who made it big. Many of us probably know this NFL player named Michael Orr. If you don't, Michael played college football at Ole Miss, where he was an All-American offensive lineman who was drafted in the 1st round by the Baltimore Ravens, who then went on to win a Super Bowl. Michael had great accomplishments in his career in football. Now, many of us may also know some things that happened in Michael's life that wasn't so perfect. If any of us have ever seen the movie The Blind Side, we know that Michael Orr was homeless and he had a bad home life as a child. Then, Leanne and Sean Tui bring him into their home to give him a better home life. Later on in the movie, Michael gets questioned by the NCAA on where he wants to go to college. He answers some questions but gets really stressed out and upset that he goes back to his actual home.
I swore I would never ask this, but how did you get out of there, Michael?
When I was little and something awful was happening, my mama would tell me to close my eyes. She was trying to keep me from seeing her do drugs or other bad things. And when she was finished, or the bad things were over, she'd say, "Now when I count to 3, you open your eyes. The past is gone, the world is a good place, and it's all gonna be okay."
You closed your eyes.
Michael's mother made him close his eyes when things at home were less than perfect. She would count to 3, and he would open his eyes. Everything was okay, and the world was a great place again. Even in the worst situations, Michael would close his eyes, and he believed when he opened them that the world was a better place. I would like to tell you a story about a boy I once knew. This boy lived with his mother down the street from the town's junior high school. As every little kid does, he wanted everything. New shoes, new clothes, new game systems, and he always wanted to eat out. His mother worked hard to provide for his family, but when times got hard, he would go without new shoes, new game systems, new clothes, and at other times, even without running water and electricity. When these times would happen, him and his mother would move down to his grandmother's house, who made sure they had everything that they needed, like a good home-cooked meal and a place to lay down their heads. After multiple moves in and back out of the grandmother's house, they finally moved down there permanently when the boy was in 5th grade and stayed until he was a junior in high school. At 16 years old, the young man and his mother had not been getting along for about 2 months. At this point, the young man decided to move out to go live with his father's dad in a neighboring town. His mother and grandmother were crushed. When the young man finally made his move, everything was great. He had his own room, he had family dinners every night after school, and honestly, everything was fine and dandy. Until one day, the young man got a phone call from his aunt saying that his grandfather's cancer had came back and his kidneys weren't doing so hot either. November is when his grandpa went to the hospital, and the young man, he was in charge of making sure the house didn't burn down or anything. He thought staying home alone was great and that it would be fantastic. Besides, his grandpa would be home in a couple of weeks and everything would be okay. He had so much work to do with FFA, high school sports, and homework that he never really thought that time would drag on the way that it did. Christmas rolled around, and his grandpa still wasn't home yet. But the young man remained positive and went to see him any chance he could get away from all the homework and other high school activities. It was the day before the young man's birthday, and his grandpa still wasn't home. He was gonna go see him, but the regional championship was the next day, and he decided just to wait and go tell him how it went afterwards. At the regional championship on the boy's birthday, the young man had noticed that his dad hadn't showed up yet, and he was a little bit disappointed. The young man's dad worked during the week on day shift, and he didn't get to go to many of his games. That got in his mind a little, but nothing mattered, because he was gonna win this regional championship and take that plaque home to show his grandpa. By the end of the day, the young man had noticed that his dad had snuck in to watch him finish up the day, and his team had won the regional championship. This had been the best feeling the young man had ever had in his life. He ran up and gave his dad a huge hug and told him that he needed to take him to see his grandpa so that he could show him his accomplishment and see him for his birthday. The young man, his father, grabbed his arm and sat him down. He told him that everything was going to be okay, but the reason that he was late was that his grandpa had passed away that morning. At that moment, he went from instantly from on top of the world to nothing could make anything better. He went back to his grandpa's house where he stayed by himself for right around 2 months. He stopped doing as much in FFA, let his grades slip, and even stopped working towards sports. He wondered to himself, why does this have to happen to him? Why couldn't his life be perfect? He eventually moved in with his father and stayed at his assistant principal's house often. His assistant principal, FFA advisors, and his family really stepped up in his life to ensure him that everything was going to be okay and that the world was a great place. These individuals stayed on the young man with all the goals he wanted to accomplish and made sure he strived for all that he wanted. And then one day, the young man's goal had been accomplished when he was elected to serve as the 2016-2017 Illinois FFA State Vice President. I would not have been able to accomplish any of my goals if it weren't for those individuals pushing me to my limits. And there is nothing I could ever do to repay them. Everyone in the convention hall faces their own struggles. Whether it be a bad home life, feeling like you don't fit in, or even being bullied. Others may face depression, struggles at schools, or loss of the loved one. Whatever it may be, I ask that you don't be afraid. I ask that you stand up and face the challenge, and know that the world is a great place, and you can accomplish anything. In the hit song In Color by Jamie Johnson, a young boy asked his granddad about black and white photos that he had. The granddad answers the questions, but says you don't truly know what happens unless you've seen them in color. In life, we're going to be faced with so many difficult situations that they seem like they're impossible to overcome. But instead of being super afraid and wishing to be someone else, I ask that you stand up and face the challenges and know that the world is a great place, and just because a part of your life isn't perfect does not mean you can't do what you want to do. We live in the United States of America, the land of the free. We are given any opportunity that we want. Illinois FFA, it has truly been an honor to have served as a state officer this past year. I would not trade one single moment for any other way. But to get us all on the right track, I ask that you all please close your eyes. And when I count to 3, you will open your eyes and know that the world is a great place, everything's going to be okay, and you can truly accomplish anything. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Ain't real clear as that today. He said, yeah, I was a lovin'. Times were tough back in 35. That's me and Uncle Joe just trying to survive a cotton farm. Great Depression. If it looks like we were scared to death, like
Paxton, with your love of life and positive energy, you've made this an unforgettable year. Your caring and compassionate heart is one of our team's biggest strengths. You always know how to pick us up whenever we're down. From office antics to posing silly questions, you will always have a greater appreciation for cereal, sandwiches, and suits. May your Cardinal and Saluki spirit forever reign on. Thank you for taking this team to the max. Love always. JC, Zach, Corinne, and Cody. Illinois FFA, for the final time, your State FFA Vice President, Paxton Morse.
Right through the day we lived. If it looks like we were scared to death, like a couple of kids just trying to save each other, you should have seen it in color. A picture's worth 1,000 words, but you can't see what those shades of gray keep covered. You should have seen it.
Every person's life has a purpose. Ours is to farm. Every person has a responsibility. Ours is to feed the world. Each year, we face new challenges. Challenges that test our strength. Challenges that remind us we're here to make a difference. Because we're not just feeding ourselves, we're feeding billions. That's why I farm.
You ready to have fun? Stand up. Thanks. My name is Bruce Kettler, Director of Public Relations for Beck's Hybrids. I just real quickly want to say thank you to Illinois FFA. And on this special day, as we heard earlier, of course, it's Flag Day and the Great Reflection Ceremony. It is our pleasure as a company to be able to be affiliated with such a great organization. As you heard in the video earlier from our president, Scott Beck, Bex is 80 years old, but we also know and understand the importance of family and the great things that young people can do, and certainly the start that young people have in FFA is something that we want to support and hope that you do too. At the same time, as you're about to recognize all of the state FFA degree recipients, I want to add my personal thanks to the parents, grandparents, and other family members of these outstanding young people who have really reached an accomplishment that is really extraordinary and hopefully will serve them very well as they continue to be an important part of our industry. And we thank you for your accomplishments and the things that you've done to encourage them to do their best. On behalf of Bex, we appreciate your support. We look forward to being able to be involved in Illinois agriculture for a long time. Thank you.
Think of all the holidays that are uniquely American. Days like Memorial Day and Independence Day. What do you think of when you think of these days? Sitting back and relaxing and chowing down on hamburgers and hot dogs with family and friends? For the next 10 minutes, you can sit back and relax while this next group excites you to maximize your freedom. And while they're doing that, our backstage crew is going to be working feverishly to get our 471 state degree recipients lined up to receive the degree they worked so hard to earn. So without further delay, your 2017 State FFA Chorus.
Spacious skies forever wave. FFA and honored guests, please join with us in singing God Bless.
We shall now proceed with the state FFA degree ceremony. Madam Secretary, what do you have to report concerning the candidates eligible for this degree?
I am pleased to submit the names of 471 candidates who have been selected by the State Executive Committee to receive the state FFA degree.
Our Constitution sets up minimum qualifications which must be met before the candidates are eligible for election for this degree. Mr. Advisor, have you carefully examined and reviewed the records of these candidates?
Yes, I have, Mr. President, and all candidates are fully qualified.
We will now proceed to raise these members to the state FFA degree.
It is a great honor to be nominated for the state FFA degree. It is still a greater honor to be selected for this degree by your fellow members of the Illinois Association FFA. Your new achievement brings you greater honors as well as additional responsibilities. You have widened the field of your service and influence in the strengthening of agriculture, the most basic industry of our nation.
You have been urged to advance toward higher degrees in the FFA. We commend you for your accomplishments and encourage you to work towards new and higher goals in our organization and in your chosen occupation.
In meeting the requirements of the Green Hand and Chapter FFA degrees, you were told that the golden charm of the state FFA degree was awaiting you. The bronze emblem of the Green Hand gave way to the silver emblem of the Chapter FFA degree, which has now evolved into the golden charm. This is symbolic of the growth and development of your chosen occupation. May the permanence of the rare and golden qualities of the emblem be a constant reminder of the strength of your education and the worthiness of your achievement. Therefore, on behalf of the Illinois Association FFA, I confer upon you the state FFA degree with its honors and privileges and present you with this charm, the emblem of the degree.
Section 25 Star Farmer from Galatia, Patrick Anderson. Star in Agribusiness from Massac County, Logan Lovercamp. Star in Agricultural Replacement from El Dorado, Blake Boyer. From El Dorado, Emma Bradley. From El Dorado, Caitlin Stanley. From Galatia, John Mitchell. From Hamilton County, Caitlin Flanagan. From Hamilton County, Allie Wellen. From Hardin County, Ryder Fleener. From Harrisburg, Logan Hunt. From Massac County, Seth Parks. From Massac County, Keaton Reynolds.
Section 24, Star Farmer, Madison Mays, Goreville. Star in Agriculture Placement, Nicholas Kelly, Goreville. Kelsey McCright, Egyptian. Kirsten Brewer, Goreville. Brittany Tripp, Goreville. Aaron Duncan, Marion. Lainey Horrell, Marion. Hunter Lodge, Trico. Julie Prangy, Trico. Summer Albright, Goreville.
Section 23, Star Farmer from Ongley, Derek Oakes. Star in Agribusiness from Sisseton, Marissa Byers. Star in Agricultural Placement from Mount Carmel, Madeline Jones. Star in Agri-Science from Flora, Garrett Williams. From Sisseton, Russell Hilliard. From Sisseton, Samantha Brookman. From Sisseton, Jaden Brown. From Sisseton, Mitchell Levi. From Sisseton, Rebecca McGrage. From Sisseton, Dalen Stouffer. From Sisseton, Madison Wilson. From Edwards County, Brooklyn Hazel. From Fairfield, Tryson Bettis. From Fairfield, Ashley McGill. From Flora, Ryder Collins. From Flora, Jaron Pierce. From Flora, Mitchell Van Hying. From Mount Carmel, Justin Babirich. From Mount Carmel, Brandon Bosecker. From Mount Carmel, Jonas Trimble. From North Clay, Parker Van Dyke. From Ongley, Natty Allmiller. From Ongley, Ryan Dowdy. From Ongley, Reed Edwards. From Ongley, Allison Herman. From Ongley, Celia Rudolphi. From Ongley, Kennedy Stieber. From Ongley, Edward Vansell. From Red Hill, Shelby Seabrook. From Red Hill, Clayton Smith. From Red Hill, Savannah Smith. From Wayne City, Eric Green. From Wayne City, Lucille Smith.
Section 22, Star Farmer from the Waterloo FFA chapter, James Neary. From Waterloo, Star in Agribusiness, Griffin Taki. From Central Breeze, Star in Ag Placement, William Cool. From Central Breeze, Colin Tebby. From Freeburg, Taylor Miller. From Freeburg, Nicholas Tinnen. From Freeburg, James Wiskamp. From New Athens, Riley Kenzinger. From Oakville, Mallory Unfavert. From Redbud, Patrick Sundag. From Sparta, Kayla Cowell. From Valmeyer, Caleb Biffer. From Valmeyer, Bethany Brinkman. From Valmeyer, Johanna Frankie. From Valmeyer, Morgan McCarthy. From Waterloo, Genevieve Bourgeois. From Waterloo, Shane Douglas. From Waterloo, Jacob Young. From Waterloo, Colin Webb. From Waterloo, Maddie Bisenberger. From Westglen, Dylan Fraking. From Westglen, Joseph Link.
Your
Section 21 Star Farmer from Cesar-Valier is Mallory Newberry. Your Section 21 Star in Agribusiness is Kaylee Hempen. Your Section 21 Star in Ag Placement is from Bluford is Garrett Gerben. From the Carlisle FFA chapter, Ashley Robert. From the Mount Vernon FFA chapter, Shaylee Clinton. From the Mount Vernon FFA chapter, Justin Huff. From the Mount Vernon FFA chapter, Anessa Montgomery. From the Nashville FFA chapter, Jonna Bergman. From the Nashville FFA chapter, Andrew Bierman. From the Nashville FFA chapter, Brianna Cobb. From the Nashville FFA chapter, Derek Fullerton. From the Nashville FFA chapter, Tyler Yonke. From the Nashville FFA chapter, Neil Kashuba. From the Nashville FFA chapter, Sarah Kazuzik. From the Nashville FFA chapter, Cade Krieger. From the Nashville FFA chapter, Brendan Shetler. From the Patoka FFA chapter, Parker Carrick. From the Sandoval FFA chapter, Levi Brown. From the Sandoval FFA chapter, Brandon Phipps. From the Cesar-Valier FFA chapter, Caitlin Bain. From the Cesar-Valier chapter, Madison Bain. From the Cesar-Valier FFA chapter, Marissa Lebansky. From the Waltonville FFA chapter, Madison Bach. From the Waltonville FFA chapter, Lauren Frisch. From the Waltonville FFA chapter, Kylie Griffiths. From the Waltonville FFA chapter, Caitlin Wagner. And from the Woodlawn FFA chapter, Holly Beretta.
From Section 1, Your Star Farmer. From Eastland, Anna Cooper. From Eastland, Tyler Dampman. From Eastland, Emily Denicus. From the Eastland FFA chapter, Austin Poffenberger. From Lena Winslow, Hope Inc. From the Lena Winslow FFA chapter, Lillian Sherlow. From the Pearl City FFA chapter, Paige Fox. From the Pearl City FFA chapter, Jasmine Wenger. From the Pecatonica FFA chapter, Aaron Ackerman. From the River Ridge FFA chapter, Rhett Gies. From the River Ridge FFA chapter, Devin Keister. From the Scales Mound FFA chapter, Lauren Sigathus. From the Scales Mound FFA chapter, Zachary Stottle. From the Scales Mound FFA chapter, Aaron Winter. From the West Carroll FFA chapter, Josie Anderson. From the West Carroll FFA chapter, Luke Jones. From the West Carroll FFA chapter, Natalie O'Connor. From the West Carroll FFA chapter, Elizabeth Rath. And from the West Carroll FFA chapter, Emily Suter.
Your Section 2 Star Farmer from Rochelle, Lance Huftelin. Star and Ag Placement from Rochelle, Andrew Myers. From Amboy, Alyssa Gascoigne. From Amboy, Hannah Grady. From Amboy, Megan Grady.
From Amboy, Grace Klein. From Amboy, Nicholas Schaefer. From Ashton Franklin Center, Sierra Harris. From Ashton Franklin Center, Adam Hart. From Ashton Franklin Center, Nathan Page. From Ashton Franklin Center, Emily Shrimplin. From Chadwick Milledgeville, Maddie Fink. From Chadwick Milledgeville, Shelby Judd. From Chadwick Milledgeville, Alex Kirsten. From Chadwick Milledgeville, Caitlin Murray. From Chadwick Milledgeville, Natalie Osterhaus. From Chadwick Milledgeville, Rachel Osterhaus. From Polo, Colton Griffin. From Rochelle, Matthew Drendel. From Rochelle, Eliza Petrie. And from Stillman Valley, Michelle Johnson.
Your Section 3 star farmer is Wesley Tennant from the Orion FFA chapter. Your Section 3 star and ag business is Owen Curry from the Alwood FFA chapter. Your Section 3 star ag placement is Drake Schultz from the Orion FFA chapter. From the Alwood FFA chapter, Cody Barman. From the Cambridge FFA chapter, Jacob Dobbles. From the Galva FFA chapter, Amy Johnson. From the Galva FFA chapter, Samantha Schmidt. From the Galva FFA chapter, Kristen Vandevelde. From the Geneseo FFA chapter, Nicole Haverback. From the Geneseo FFA chapter, Elizabeth Korthels. From the Geneseo FFA chapter, Benjamin Schillinger. From the Orion FFA chapter, Tom Clifton. From the Orion FFA chapter, Braden Newman. From the Riverdale FFA chapter, Jacob Lester. And from the Sherrard FFA chapter, Ann Weber.
Illinois FFA. From Section 4, your star farmer from Mercer County, Nicholas Close. Your star in ag replacement from Section 4, from Williamsfield, Cassidy Groper. From Mercer County, Bryn Bergen. From Mercer County, Andrew Bora. From Mercer County, Madeline Hansen. From Mercer County, Nicholas Hawk. From Mercer County, Dalton Line. From Mercer County, Dan Swagger. From Monmouth Roseville, Blake Arnold. From Monmouth Roseville, Colby Trone. From Rock Ridge, Brianna Gorham. From Rock Ridge, Tyler Jan. From Rock Ridge, Brittany Olson. From Rock Ridge, Cole Wishman. From Rova, Bailey Stiegel. From Rova, Mackenzie Stewart. From Rova, Sean Welch. From United, Ian Allman. From United, Lauren Fox. From United, Brooke Reiner. From United, Kodiak Shimon. And from West Central, Cameron Endris.
From Section 5, your star farmer is, from Midland, Logan Piles. Your star in agricultural placement, from Princeville, Andrew Herman. From Elmwood, Galvin McQuillan. From Eureka, Andrew Cottrell. From Eureka, Kelly Knapp. From Eureka, Josh Wiegand. From Midland, Wyatt Colvin. From Midland, Zachary Weber. From Princeville, Tasha Martin. From Princeville, Trista Siebenthal. From Princeville, Grace Whelan. From Putnam County, Ashley Johnson.
Section 20. Section 20, from Newton, Star Farmer, Ethan Matson. Section 20, Star Ag Placement, from Altamont, Morgan Phillips. From Altamont, Lacey Thompson. From Altamont, Jacob Will. From Charleston, Mitch Starwalt. From Cumberland, Josie Brockett. From Cumberland, Timothy Daters. From Cumberland, Penny Flood. From Marshall, Thomas Crome. From Mattoon, Dylan Fuller. From Newton, Nicholas Cartwright. From Newton, Logan Houston. From Oblong, Cameron Travis. From Swartzen Strasburg, Hannah Shoemaker. From Swartzen Strasburg, Olivia Telgman. From Teutopolis, Dustin Hartke.
From Section 19, Star Farmer from Shelbyville, Samantha Hatfield. From Greenville, Star and Ag Placement, Skylar Snow. From Greenville, Shelby McCrae. From Greenville, Madeline Tebby. From Nokomis, Ryan Archibald. From Nokomis, Mason Fesser. From Nokomis, Matthew Strazer. From Nokomis, Cameron Gross. From Pana, Bradley Behringer. From Shelbyville, Hallie Horseman. From Shelbyville, Andrew Metzger. From Shelbyville, Emily Storm. From St. Elmo, Alexander Aderman. From St. Elmo, Bo Sapp. From St. Elmo, Madison Carson. From Vandalia, Dalton Witten. From Vandalia, Madeline Wilkerson. From Vandalia, Nicholas Wallerman.
Section 18, Star Farmer from Paris, Emma Moreski. Star in Agribusiness from Georgetown Ridge Farm, Bridget Barker. Star in Ag Placement from Oakland, Becca Royer. Emily Furrow from Hoopston area. Gage Glosbach from Hoopston area. Olivia Holes from Hoopston area. Dalton Skiles from Oakland. Patrick Watson from Paris.
Section 17, from the Unity FFA chapter, your star farmer, Lindsay Decker. From the St. Joseph Ogden FFA chapter, your star in agribusiness, Claire Smith. From the Mahomet Seymour FFA chapter, your star in ag placement, Katarina Blakesley. Arthur Lovington, Atwood Hammond, Jeanette Comstock. From Arthur Lovington, Atwood Hammond, Colton Romine. From Fisher, Sophia Horton. From Gibson City, Melvin Sibley, Daisy Jaramillo. From Gibson City, Melvin Sibley, Mitchell Meenan. From Monticello, Michaela Busby. From Monticello, Rebecca Peterson. Caitlin Smith. From Paxton Buckley Loda, Jacob Miles. Austin Potter. Kelsey Vaughn. Jacob Watts. From St. Joseph Ogden, Kristen Kurtz. From St. Joseph Ogden, Macy Valley. From Unity, Jacob Felsman.
From Section 16, your Section 16 star farmer from Aurora Forsyth is Reed Justice. Your Section 16 star in ag business is Blake Reed from Sullivan. Your Section 16 star in ag placement is Jack Curtin from Taylorville. Your Section 16 star in ag science is Hunter Mollahan from Taylorville. From Central A&M, Abby Forlines. Haley Hunter. From Clinton, Tennyson Kern. From Aurora Forsyth, Jarrett Duff. Gage Capron. Peyton Rui. From Taylorville, Jarrett Hagan. Harley Leatherman. Tristan Letcher. And Madison Taylor.
From Section 6, the star farmer from Belvedere, Austin Brockman. Star in ag business from Hinckley Big Rock, Elena Halverson. Star in ag placement from Sycamore, Nick Arnold. Star in ag sciences from Marengo, Sydney Rowe. From Central Burlington, Elena Chapa. From Central Burlington, Alexis Head. From Central Burlington, Jared Metz. From Central Burlington, Jake Thompson. From DeKalb, Olivia Wilrit. From Genoa Kingston, Anna Drendel. From Genoa Kingston, Jake Ingle. From Genoa Kingston, Wyatt Sunderledge. From Hinckley Big Rock, Audrey Herod. From Hinckley Big Rock, Grant Kupler. From Indian Creek, Jacob Beecham. From Indian Creek, Catherine Bend. From Indian Creek, Morgan Johnson. From Indian Creek, Austin Suddeth. From Canelan, Jackson Kettlecamp. From Marengo, Danielle Klensky. And from Sycamore, Jennifer Stevens.
Section 7, from Earlville, your star farmer, Miriam Hoffman. From Seneca, your star in agribusiness, Samantha Dillo. From Seneca, your star in ag placement, Grant Granby. From Earlville, Emily Cook. From Mendota, Sydney Hanson. From Mendota, Daniela McConville. From Newark, Connor Christian. From Newark, Robert Dannenberg. From Newark, Kylie Ike. From Newark, Zachary Perkins. From Newark, Faith Thompson. From Ottawa, Callie Diss. From Seneca, Tori Nibbs. From Serena, Jenna McNeilius. From Somonauk Leland Sandwich, Austin Powell. And from Streeter, Kaylin Shevchek.
Section 8, State Degrees. From Chicago Ag Sciences, Shane LaFair. From Chicago Ag Sciences, Patricia Tishy. From Chicago Ag Sciences, Jennifer Ventura. From Chicago Ag Sciences, Daniel Vagwell. From Chicago Ag Sciences, Danielle Wood. From Naperville Central, Emily Jasinski.
From Section 9, from Olympia, your star farmer, Nate Weimer. From Pontiac, your star in agribusiness, Mark Robbie. From Pontiac, your star in ag placement, Colin Stark. From Pontiac, your star in ag science, Jacob Larkin. From Hayworth, Emily Coram. From Hayworth, McKenna Gibson. From Leroy, Mackenzie Brackett. From Leroy, Alex Lamont. From Leroy, Aiden Roseberry. From Leroy, Brendan Roseberry. From Leroy, Taylor Spiker. From Lexington, Devin Label. From Normal, Becca Merrill. From Normal, Allison Smith. From Normal West, Nyla Mayer. From Pontiac, Carly Weaver. From Prairie Central, Loretta Knapp. From Prairie Central, Mitchell Lands. From Prairie Central, Jake Lehman. From Prairie Central, Kylie Miller. From Prairie Central, Tyson Stork. From Flanagan Cornell, Corbin Collins.
From Section 10, Star Farmer from Clifton Central, Logan Meyer. From Ag Business Star from Cissna Park, Anthony Cabe. Star in Ag Placement from Clifton Central, Dalton Lemonager. Star in Ag Science from Clifton Central, Stephen Gray. From Cissna Park, Madeline Garrison. From Cissna Park, Josie Mall. From Cissna Park, Griffin Overbay. From Cissna Park, Chaz Reitz. From Cissna Park, Jacob Wessels. From Cissna Park, Michelle Fair. From Cissna Park, Christopher Cabe. From Cissna Park, Connor Cabe. From Cissna Park, Austin Kregel. From Cissna Park, Marcus Schmidt. From Cissna Park, Jacob Taro. From Clifton Central, Dakota Basham. From Clifton Central, Adam Wolf. From Herscher, Carly Sumner. From Iroquois West, Noah Wilwall. From Milford, Bradley Lights. From Milford, Austin Price. From Milford, Monica Van Hovland.
From Section 15, from Edwardsville, our star farmer, Trevor Heaney. From Gillespie, our star placement, Jason Hartke. From Gillespie, Benjamin Polo. From Highland, Allison DeLuca. From Highland, Alicia Kloss. From Highland, Haley Landman. From Highland, Taylor Mays. From Jerseyville, Taylor Wendell. From Southwestern, Julie Bennett. From Staunton, Jacqueline Fox.
Section 14, from Pleasant Plains FFA Chapter, Star Farmer Brandon Stickler. Star in Ag Placement from Athens, Molly Nance. Star in Agri-Science, Sky Kretzinger. From AC Central, Quinlan Mahoney. From AC Central, Baylor Smith. From AC Central, Philip Wessel. From Athens, Dustana Long. From Lincoln, Reagan Tibbs. From Mount Pulaski, Lucas Aylesworth. From Mount Pulaski, Ashlyn Hickey. From New Berlin, David Kloppy. From New Berlin, Aaron LeCamp. From Williamsville, Alex Shaw.
Your star in Agri-Science, from Carrollton, Ethan Davidson. Matthew Campbell, from Carrollton. Brad Blake, from Carrollton. Adam Morris, from Franklin. Colin Tillery, Franklin. Alyssa Plattner, Pittsfield. Alana Rush, Pittsfield. Christian Sibley, Pittsfield. Peyton Anderson, Pleasant Hill. Emily Fanning, Triopia. Lane Ray, Triopia. Christy Clayton, Winchester. Olivia Hoots, Winchester. Cheney Parker, Winchester.
From Section 12, the Star Farmer from Spoon River Valley, Caitlin Effington. The Star in Ag Placement from Farmington, Devin McGinnis. From Cuba, Sean Howater. From Cuba, Blake Luthi. From Cuba, Avonlea Straight. From the Delavan FFA Chapter, Luis Zamora. From Farmington, Caitlin Barnett.
Farmington, Christine Marr. From Farmington, Jacob Marr. From Farmington, Caitlin Merritt. From Farmington, Maddie Plummer. From Farmington, Rosie Roberts. From Farmington, Katie Stanger. From Farmington, Kara Thomas. From Illini Central, Grace Nystrom. From Midwest Central, Tanner Allen. From the Midwest Central FFA chapter, Josh Goat. From Midwest Central, Kelsey Urish. From Spoon River Valley, Austin Slish.
The Section 11 Star Farmer from West Prairie is Sydney Ryden. The Star in Agribusiness from Liberty is Caitlin Roberts. The Star in Ag Placement from West Prairie is Carson Welsh. The Star in Agri-Science from Southeastern is Abigail Thompson. From Bushnell Prairie City, Renee Locke. From Bushnell Prairie City, Hannah Spangler. From Illini West, Melanie Blazik. From Illini West, Morgan Toach. From Liberty, Cody Knuffman. From Liberty, Levi Simon. From Macomb, Macy Folk. From Payson, Hannah Klingel. From Payson, Alexandria Quinn. From Southeastern, Andrew Gassler. From Southeastern, Lauren Glick. From Southeastern, Michael Jansen. From Unity, Olivia Kaufman. From Unity, Kaylin Mast. From Unity, Cody McCleary. From Unity, Nathan Pilkington. From Unity, Cole Thompson. From Unity, Gracie Zanger. From West Prairie, Braylon Beeler. From West Prairie, Jared Dixon. From West Prairie, Kobe Gooden. From West Prairie, Emily Kitch. From West Prairie, Nathaniel Welch.
Let's give a final round of applause for our 471 state degree recipients. I brought you into this world, I can take you out. That is one freedom that my mom firmly believes in, although I hope she never cashes in on it. This next group of individuals have been with us through all of life's moments, the big ones and the small ones. From our first steps to high school graduations, they've not only been our event planners and cake makers, but more importantly, our role models and biggest supporters. Please join us in recognizing our 2016-2017 Illinois FFA Major State Officer parents.
It has been said before that one of the greatest titles in the world is parent, and one of the biggest blessings in the world is to have parents to call mom and dad.
We owe a lot to our parents, from picking us up when we were down to cheering us on as our biggest fans.
They were there for us even when we wished they weren't.
Expecting a text when we made it to an event.
Worrying about us when we had to drive into Chicago.
Stressing over how much laundry we are going to bring home after weeks of being away.
They did not only act as our individual parents, but as parents of the team, housing and feeding us whenever we may be in the area.
This year, they shared us with all of you.
Illinois FFA, please help us recognize our biggest supporters since the day we were born, our parents.
Mom and Dad, I cannot thank you enough for all that you've done for me over the years. Mom, you might be a little crazy, but that's why I love you. I know I can turn to you whenever I need to. You are always there to stoke the fire in me, whether that means taking me across the country to see some stupid train or helping me with my FFA speeches. I know I can turn to you whenever I need to, because you're always willing to drop what you're doing on a dime and help me in any way that you can. Dad, I may call you a grumpy old man, but in all reality, you are my biggest FFA supporter. If it hadn't been for you, I would never have joined a night class or FFA. I can remember coming home from National Convention my sophomore year and telling you that I wanted to do this, and I think you were a little shocked at first. But after the shock passed, you were always the one to push me and keep me on track toward achieving this goal. I can attribute everything that I've done because of that little push that you gave me back in my 8th grade year. Austin and Logan, this may be the only time I ever say this, but you two are the best little brothers I could ever ask for. You are always there to support me, or at least tolerate me for the time being. You always seem to know how to get me laughing, even if that involves knocking the fridge out of a place during a wrestling match. Thank you all for taking on the daunting task of dealing with me for the last 19 years. I know I wouldn't be the person I am today without all of you. Thank you.
Illinois FFA, I'm proud to introduce you to my parents, Neil and Jody Suddeth, and present them with their honorary state FFA degrees.
Mom and Dad, thank you for always supporting me no matter what I had to do. You've always encouraged me and helped me achieve my dreams. I know no matter what adventures I went on, no matter what distance they were, that you always were interested and asked what I was doing and wanted to know what I was doing next. And I know because of you two how much you cared about Ryan, Josh, and me. Mom, you've always gone the extra mile. No matter if it was helping with me with homework and staying up late, driving with me over across the state of Illinois, or just listening to me rant. I knew I could always count on you to listen and be there for me. I know growing up from a young age that I watched you create such amazing things out of simple everyday objects. And I know growing up and just now, we bond and we connect so much by making things, whether it's making homemade family videos, creating bouquets, or making homemade Halloween costumes when we were little. You made such amazing things with all your creativity. And that's something that we grew and bonded with, staying up late, using our minds, and growing together. And I know that I can count on you no matter what. Since I've grown up, I know you're such a hero that I look up to and see all that you've accomplished. You've taught me to be kind to everyone, to respect, but also to forgive. Thank you, Mom. Dad, you instilled in me the hard work and dedication that you put onto the farm. I know the amount of countless hours that you spent working hard to make sure that we have the best that we can have, even if it just meant missing our events. I know with you, it's the little things in life that can mean the most. Whether it's you teasing me, being willing to share your food with me, or even just listening to me during the night. You've always been there to teach me that the small things in life matter the most, that they can make the big things. I remember growing up making sure I wanted to ride in the tractor and the semi with you just so I could spend that little extra time getting to know you more and see how much passion and drive that you really have. Ryan and Josh, you are the two best big brothers a girl could ever ask for. I've always looked up to you from a young age to where I am now. Ryan, you taught me the importance of being patient even when life doesn't seem to go your way. Josh, you taught me and showed me how important it is to chase your passions and your dreams, whether it's in the FFA or in life. I know that we might not see each other every day and sometimes we'll butt heads, but in the end, I am so proud to be called your little sister, and I always will be. Mom, Dad, Ryan, and Josh, thank you so much for being there in my life these past 20 years. You all have taught me so much about life, love, and what it means to be in a family. I love you all so much, and I'm so grateful to have you here today.
Illinois FFA, I'm proud to introduce my parents, Darren and Julie Harding, and present them their honorary state degrees.
Dad, thank you for being by my side through every aspect of life. Being a single father of 3 for a majority of it was definitely not easy, but you never discouraged us from doing anything. You taught me the value of hard work, the importance of charity, and that if I wanted something, I had to earn it. Because of you, I know the type of man and father I want to be one day. Karen, on July 10th, 2010, our family doubled in size. I gained a mother that loved me through everything. No matter what, you were always supporting me. Whether I was causing trouble or reaching my goals, you never stopped. It seemed like all the time you were working to make me into a better man. From working all night on scholarships, or maybe you were just teaching me respect and that I do not know everything. No matter what, you never stopped loving me. And I have to tell you too that I will always be proud to call you my mother, and that I will always be proud to be called your son. Dad and Karen, without you two, I would not be standing up here today. I still remember complaining to you guys my freshman year that I was not going to take Intro to Ag, but it was due to your two's persistence that I did anyway. And you made probably the best decision of my life for me. I'm so happy to have the two of you in life, and I have to thank you for everything you do for not only me, but all my siblings as well. Stacy, Brittany, Abby, Brent, and Ashley, thank you all for being there by my side through everything. I could not have asked for a better family than you all. And Mom, I know you're up there watching me today. Thank you all. I love you.
Illinois FFA, I am proud to introduce to you my parents, Steve and Karen Becker, and present to them their honorary state degrees. I would also like to present this honorary state degree in memory of my mother, Sharon Becker.
Jake, thank you for being the best big brother any little brother could ask for. Even though we may argue on whose sports teams are better, we both know we would drop anything that we were doing to make sure we were all right. Thank you for being a great brother. Granny, what would I do without you? You have always dropped anything that you're doing to make sure I was okay. I was truly blessed to have a granny just like you, and I have no idea how I would ever repay you. Dad, you are a great role model. The joy in your face when I come home makes me smile every single time. I always love that you have a sports game on for us to watch as I talk about what I've done since I've been gone. I have always looked up to you, and you've always been there for me. Thank you. Mom, no matter how many miles we were apart, I always know that I was loved. I still remember the day I got elected, and you were the first person that I saw. You gave me a big hug, and you told me that you were proud of me, and the sky was the limit. That was just what I needed to hear. Thank you all so much for what you've done for me. You guys have been there for my best times and for my worst. I don't know what I would do without all of you. Thank you guys, and I love you so much. Illinois FFA, I would like to introduce my parents, Scott and Shelley Morris, grandmother Connie Hathaway, and present them with their honorary state degree. I would also like to present this honorary state degree in memory of my grandpa, Philip Morris.
Chris, as the newest official member of our family, I would like to say, welcome aboard, even though you've been here for 7 years. Thank you for supporting me throughout this year and helping to keep my spirits up. Hillary and Cassie, thank you for getting me started on this FFA journey. You paved a great path for me within this organization. Whether it was seeing your names etched on plaques in our ag classroom, or you guys taking the plunge and serving as chapter officers, you showed me how awesome this organization could be. Thank you for allowing me to tag along and to learn. I wouldn't have been able to achieve anything that I did within this organization if it hadn't been for your support. You're always there for me, whether it was impromptu photo ops or dealing with me being the annoying little brother. Thank you for that. You are some of my best friends. Mom and Dad, thank you for teaching me to work hard, always stay humble, believe in something greater, and always stay honest. Mom, thank you for always being there for me to vent to, and for making sure I took time for myself, and for magically transforming a pile of dirty clothes into clean, folded laundry. Dad, thank you for the constant motivation, making sure I knew where I come from, and always making sure I knew how much you believed in me. You've both taught me so much, and you are exactly what I hope to be as a friend, mentor, and parent. I love you both more than you can know. Thank you for everything you've done for me. To my family everywhere, thank you for your patience, love, and support. I love you all, and I couldn't have achieved anything without you. Illinois FFA, it is my pleasure to introduce to you my parents, Russ and Sherry Campbell, and present them with their honorary state degrees.
Parents play a vital role in FFA success. They are our leaders, chaperones, advisors, cheerleaders, and biggest supporters. They share in our joys and discomforts. At this time, we would like to thank all parents present at this evening, and please stand to be recognized for your support. As the fireworks display is beginning to wind down on this early 4th of July celebration, on behalf of our session sponsor, Bex, and myself, thank you for coming and congratulations to all award recipients. You truly showed what it means to maximize your freedom by not allowing limits and boundaries to slow you down. At this time, I would like to invite our Commander-in-Chief, J.C. Campbell, back to the podium.
Madam Secretary, do you have a record of any further business which should properly be transacted?
Why, yes, I do. Be sure to set your alarms tonight
so that you don't miss any part of tomorrow morning's election of the 2017-2018 Major State Officer team. Election will begin promptly at 8 a.m. A reminder to all delegates should be in their seats at least 15 minutes prior to the start of this elections. Thank you.
Does any member know of any new or unfinished business which would properly come before this meeting? We are about to adjourn this, the 5th general session of the 89th Illinois FFA State Convention. As we mingle with others, let us be diligent in our dealings. Let us be diligent in our labor, just in our dealings, courteous to everyone, and above all, honest and fair in the game of life. Fellow members and guests, please join me in a salute to our flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I now declare this session adjourned.